Folks, this is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me, no traffic jam delay. See, I was driving over the moon in my big hot air balloon, high into the darkness. I hope I get there soon. There's so many things to do, so many people I need to talk to, and they've all been waiting for me. Well, I gotta make it through. Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me, no traffic jam delay. Thank my stars forever be green. You have no idea what it means. No, to a man who's always traveling, who's seen the things that I've seen. I don't know what's yet to come, not sure of anything that I've done really makes that much difference. Well, I hope it has for some. Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me, no traffic jam delay. Well, I was driving over the moon in my big hot air balloon, floating high up in the darkness. I promise that I'll make it to you very soon. Something special happened today.
What's going on? What's up, good people? We back at it. Got a good one for you today. Gonna be a little controversy in this one. I can already tell somebody gonna be triggered by this one, but we about to get it in. I'm gonna be joined by y'all already see it, David Monroe, aka the Hood Servative, and Trey the NBD. So you know we about to have a good one today. I haven't even sent them the link yet. I'm about to do that right now. I'm about to get it in, get it popping, and make it happen. Shout out to those that made it in bright and early, those that come right in and hit the like button, drop a comment early on. We got 65 people watching right now, already got 47 likes. Hopefully we can keep those likes up, looking consistent like that. BK Hammer in the building. Shout out Tampa Supreme. Shout out, salute to you. SKC in the building with the popcorn ready to go. My man Kenny Conjo says TGIF, brother Bernard Riley, and everyone, good morning. Ty City came through with body blows and uppercuts. Says the platinum plan is an admission of racial inequality, but black Republicans won't admit it, because they'll have to eat the bootstraps they were telling everyone to pull up for the last decade? That was a question that I had in my back pocket that I was going to ask them. I wasn't going to word it just like you, but I am going to ask them so they can, if they're listening right now, they can get ready for it. Does a plan like this count as basically like a handout? The government just giving somebody something? Because that's typically what they have called it. Now, there's some nuance to that, but as far as an admission of racial inequality, now is that racial inequality from systematic racial? Is it an admission? To answer Ty City's question, this is my answer to Ty City's question, or his statement. My response to his statement: is it an admission of systematic racial inequality, or is it just an acknowledgement that there's something wrong and something that? Because one could argue that black people do got the opportunity, they roll up their sleeves and figure this shit out. Ice Cube talking about with his contract with Black America plan, creating jobs and this or that, and talking about $500 million. I mean, between you and just your hip hop buddies, you, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, and P. Diddy and Russell Simmons, y'all all combined worth about $5 billion. How many jobs can y'all create for black people? So is it systematic racial inequality, or is it not just not enough jobs being created by black people to hire black people? So that's just a lack of performance. Those are important questions. So I don't know if it proves systematic racial inequality, but it is speaking to an imbalance that needs to get solved, a problem that needs to get solved. And there's nothing wrong with a country helping its people solve problems like that. But does that count as a government handout? So you're on the right track. You're on the right track. We're going to get into that. Shout out to Cajun Raised. Says, happy Friday. Cypher Bud in the building. Bowdy Thug. Stoic One. Peace Bernard in chat. And I'm about to click the link right now to make sure I send out that not click the link, but about to get that, make sure I send that email out. Not the email. Well, yeah, I'm gonna send it in the form of an email. I'm not just gonna drop it in the chat for y'all. I'm gonna send the link through email. I'm doing it right now. So both of you brothers can be on the lookout for that. And where we at? Right here. All right, here you go. Sending it to the same email that we was already communicating in. Right there, email is sent. So there y'all go. Y'all can go ahead and get that. Go ahead and get that email. It's going down. We about to get it in. About to get it in. Mike Ship in the building. Ilonga Savage. Hood Conservative. That's getting popular around these parts. Dark Knight Mentality. What's going on? Jedi Mac. What's going on? Pace Flow says, let's get it. Says, salute Bernard. What's going on? Jedi Mac in the building. That was me giving my 1 minute warning right there. I see Hood Conservative was in the chat. So he should be ready to roll pretty soon. All right. I know I saw some super chats. Let me make my way down there. Prophet of Thought series in the building. What's going on, Prophet of Thought? We got X in here, SW1. I know I skipped some people. Shout out to Black Wolf Inc. Ain't no AKA, don't disrespect. Oh, okay. That's what he's calling himself, man. I I don't know. What you want me to call him? The the artist formerly known as David Monroe. I mean, I want to call the man. What he? The YouTuber formerly known as David. I don't know what else to call him. Sometimes I still call him David Monroe. Sometimes I call him Hood Conservative, but I do understand your point. And I ain't touching it. But the link is out there. David Conservative and trade NBD. Yeah. The link is out there. Shout out to DeMac the Trucker. I mean, not the DeMac the Trucker. Prophet of Thought. Well, shout out to DeMac the Trucker too. I don't even know if being here. Shout out to DeMac the Trucker. And shout out to Counselor Murray. Me and Counselor Murray going to be getting it in next week. I forgot which day, but I think it might be either Monday or Tuesday. That's coming up. Oh man, Counselor Murray. There go I knew I saw DeMac the Trucker right there. Y'all gonna make Ice Cube come out with the no. Oh shit. No shit. No, that's what Black Twitter is gonna do. Black Twitter gonna make him come out with that. Not Black YouTube. Black Twitter the one been going ham. Black YouTube has been more open-minded, friendly, and welcoming to the things that he doing. Nike can't stop fat people from calling themselves athletes. I ain't tripping. Man, I knew it was gonna be some shit. Oh man. Dollar Washer in the building. He says if there isn't a solid representation of thinking black men with a agenda in politics, what you think is not valid. It holds no weight. Okay, we might get into that. How about just put it in the chat? Don't nobody else take it. That's only for Hood Conservative and Trader NBD. Don't nobody else take that link. It worked for Trey. I see Trey in the back chat. So that should be working for you. I just put the link in the chat. I'll try again. No, I don't make no sense to email it again. It'd be the same damn thing. The same damn link. Okay, here we go. Okay, I see both of the brothers down there in the chat. We got 124 people in here. And right when I said we had 60 people and 47 likes, then we went up to 125 people and only 60 likes. So that means all the new people that came in just gave me the middle finger and said, fuck you. You ain't getting no likes, nigga. Which is very rude and disrespectful of you all. But anyway, we about to get things jumping off. We about to get things started. We got the Hood Conservative and Trader NBD in the building. Let me get my earpiece together before y'all say something. All right, mic checks. Anybody, y'all can hear me, correct?
Hey, what's going on, Bernard? Chilling. How are you?
What's up? David Monroe.
Hear me?
Oh yeah, you coming through good, loud and clear. I can hear both of you guys, and I think wait, that's not a cash app. All right, so what's going on, fellas? What's going on? Yeah, I know y'all hadn't had your ear to the streets. Probably have already done some content on the Ice Cube whole situation going on, right? Y'all already? Yeah, y'all have already covered it. And just like I knew somebody was gonna jump in it. The link ain't for everybody, man. It's just for the people involved. Somebody had to jump in the back chat, man. Go on and drop down. But yeah, so what's your general thoughts on that? And Hoodservative, if you got that one commercial that you did some content on ready to go, that that one, or you could just look it up. I was trying to find it. That commercial where they basically was trying to get black men to just follow black women. You did some content on that. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. I don't know. It's on the Joe Biden the YouTube channel. Let me see if I can find it for you.
Yeah, just take your time, try to find that. I do want to play that because I do want to talk about that. But
yeah,
overall,
I was going to ask you too, real quick. I'm going to want to do a screen share. There's a couple of things we're going to have to actually see with our own two eyes as we go through the conversation. So,
yep, cool. But right now, what's your overall just general thoughts on the whole Ice Cube so-called controversy that's going on? What's your general thoughts on that?
Well, it's simple as this, man. I've been rocking with Ice Cube, since I was like 13 years old, way back in the late 80s, when he first came out with NWA. And, the whole FTP days, the whole knucklehead days, it is what it is. Rock and hip hop wasn't really too concerned about it. But then, as time started to change, I remember Ice Cube came out when Bush was in office, Bush Jr. was in office with, Hood Mentality. And I was like, oh, snap. Ice Cube, like word for word in his lyrics, is calling out the community. Like everything we saying over here on the Hoodservative side, the real Hoodservative side, the real movement. Ice Cube said the same thing in his song Hood Mentality. So I was just like, I just made a video like, okay, Ice Cube dipped his toes into the MAGA arena, and Black Twitter and everybody else and all the white liberals showed their true racist colors, went in on him. And I was like, I guess he see how I feel now. But I'm like, which side are you going to be on, Ice Cube? You can't be a fence sitter. You can't want to work with Trump, but not want to work with Trump, not want to, give him shout out. But at the same time, you got this song called Hood Mentality. And that song, he go harder than we ever could go. So that's just my basic thoughts on it.
Yeah, I don't remember that song. I mean, I know I probably heard it, but I probably just was in a different frame of mind back when I heard it to where I wasn't processing it how I would process it now. So I definitely got to go back and check that out and see if he really saying things similar to what we're saying right now. But what was your general takeaway from the whole Ice Cube thing? I like the idea that y'all saying he kind of fence sitting. I don't know if he's doing that. I think that he's being objective and just saying whoever gets in, it need to be something going on as far as getting the plan out, whether it's the platinum plan, whether it's whatever Biden plan is, or some hybrid of either of their plan in the contract with Black America, which is Cube's plan. I think that's more so of what's going on. I don't think he's not going. I can never see him going full MAGA hat. I'm not even going full MAGA. I'm not even going full MAGA hat, but I am about results and getting shit done.
Well, and that's the thing. I wouldn't call him a fence sitter in that way because, like, Ice Cube, I think, has been kind of vocal about his position, and he's a little bit on the rebel side. Like he's willing to say fuck everybody. So he's on his own fence to stand on. It's not that he has his idea about what he thinks can help the Black community, and he approached it from that angle. I don't think he approached it like, I really fucks with you, Trump, so let's get together and work. That's not how it went, and nobody's even trying to sell it like that except for the people trying to call him a coon.
Well, one of Trump's people did kind of try to sell it like that. The first lady, she tried to make it seem like it was they was more cool. I mean, and it's understandable, to try to use it or make it seem like it was a de facto endorsement.
Well, that's how it plays out anyway, just because you talk to him for a minute, and especially after all the Black celebrities. I mean, Jim Brown, for Christ's sakes, can't talk to Donald Trump without getting called out his name. So the fact that Ice Cube went to do it, he's going to embrace the same kind of heat. But I think, I don't have the tweet right in front of me, but what she basically did was thank him for helping. And then this is why everybody's pissed at that tweet, because she basically, how the Trump campaign is, they troll the world. So she's like, oh, shout out to the haters. Haters gonna hate, leaders gonna lead. And then she was basically calling Ice Cube a leader.
Well, what I like that Ice Cube did is that he just went behind the scenes and had the conversation. With everybody else, I felt like it was just more of a photo op. It was more like, let me get some Black people come stand next to me for a picture. I didn't feel like it was like nothing really going on. Like if I was to find out that that I don't know. Let's just say y'all gonna hate this. Let's just say if LeBron James met with Trump and it wasn't on camera, it wasn't no photo op. They just actually talked, and then we found out later that they talked. I'm like, okay, then I think it was an actual fruitful conversation. I don't know. I just felt like it was a photo op opportunity with a lot of the other black celebrities.
Okay, I was trying to see who you were referencing when you were talking about photo ops.
Yeah, fucking Steve Harvey. Like Trump just wanted to just use. I feel like he just wanted to, do what Democrats do and then just parade a celebrity around.
No, that's not the case. That's not the case. Because you can look at it, Bernard. We just got to do a quick Google search, and you'll see niggas all the way from. Well, excuse my language, I'm going in already. But you can see cats all the way from, Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, all the way up to Snoop Dogg and Oprah. Laughing, being all giddy with Trump. The issue is, man, is that once Trump took that turn to the right, black folks lost their minds because they can't read 5 seconds of a platform and they can't get out their emotions, so they lost their feels and forgot who Donald Trump is. Because Donald Trump is a battle rapper when he's out there on that stage. It's the shit niggas like. The way he gets into it, the stuff he was doing with Joe Biden in the debate, man, that's what we do up here on panels 24/7. I don't know why niggas mad about him.
Yeah, no, I said that right away. I'm like, that damn debate is looking like a goddamn Black Manosphere panel. The way they cutting each other off and arguing and bickering and shit. That was the first thing I said when I saw that shit. Shout out to the Logic Sphere in the building. Says I covered Ice Cube's message to Democrats a month ago on my channel. I saw a small piece of that. I don't have time to watch everything, but I did see a small piece of that. But since Ty City right there, I want to see if I can find his comment. Hopefully, damn it, I lost it. Hold on, I probably can find it here. But basically, I want to read it exactly to make sure that if y'all are gonna respond to it, and keep in mind, let's respond to that with keeping all the hood conservative stuff. The hood conservative
about the platinum plan, right?
Yeah, when he made a comment about he made a good comment. He says a platinum plan is an admission of racial inequality. And black conservatives don't want to admit that because it flies in the face of all of their bootstrap talk that they've been doing for the last few decades or so.
I'll refer to that. With most black conservatives kind of looked at Trump kind of side eye. I'm gonna tell you from top to bottom on the black, conservative side, not black Republicans, true black conservatives, because for the slow niggas in the balcony, there is a huge difference. Most, black conservatives and most conservatives aren't rocking with rhino Republicans. And we looking at it like this. What's systemic racism? We've been out there getting it for a minute. There's really no issue.
Then why do you need
it, David? I'll be right back.
Okay, so then the question, I guess I'll throw this to you, David. If, like Trey said, there's no systemic racism and you agree with that, then why do you need a platinum plan?
Well, the platinum plan isn't addressing racial inequality. And frankly, there's no magic wand you could wave around and just snap, fix racial inequality like Thanos. And the platinum plan is trying to address economic inequality, I think is the more targeted approach. And that's a slightly different argument. It's a lot harder to say black people are on the same economic footing as white Americans.
But okay, well then I guess the question would then be, why is there economic inequality? And then that's where people would say, haha, it's economic inequality because there's racial inequality.
Well,
go ahead.
Let me just add this one layer to that. I would argue that for the last 60 plus years, black people and the Democrat Party have slowly pushing us more and more towards socialistic type of programs, and you're going to be poor eventually. That's the end game with that.
Yeah. And so with the main beef, like I said, me and David, we rock together like 95% of the way, but we got different philosophies on certain things. But at the end of the day, me and David, we work together all day long. And my take on it, there's different types of, black conservatives, and the ones, kind of like more towards my perspective. What we believe is that, look, like Trump is putting the platinum plan out there, but it's not a handout. It's no way, shape, and form a handout. The main part of the platinum plan is that you got to put in work. Now, the parts of the platinum plan that seem like a handout, we like hell no. Like, man,
hold on, wait, hold on, back up and explain that. You got to put in work because a lot of Negroes don't understand. I think I know where you're going, but a lot of black people don't understand that having to put in work. I think you're talking about how it's money available, but you got to be doing something in order to get it. Basically,
yeah, you know, he got 500 billion worth of federal contracts out there. I mean, that involves stuff like, you know, getting all the things entitled to get your LLC straight, you know, registering, you know, with the government, getting your EIN, your DUNS number, your business bank account, website, all that stuff. And then on top of that, to get the federal contracts, you know, getting your 8A certification, things like that. And man, come on, Bernard, you know, man, just what happened with the PPP. You know, black folks was complaining, oh man, black businesses didn't get to take advantage of it. When it turned out 60% of them didn't apply. And then the other ones
I got $3,000 off that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, I got a whole lot of money from them, man. I just did it. I did it just to spite my brother because my brother didn't believe me. And I'm like, man, watch me do this. And then Trump forgave it. So I just basically got a free cash infusion into my business.
Yo,
so, but
no, I didn't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, but just one last thing, David. It's just if you put in the work, is what I'm saying with this. Yeah, you can have it all day long. But we over here, you know, on my side of the right, I'm like, okay, show and prove. You know, don't complain now. Now you got the money sitting in front of you, but you got to go get it. What you gonna do? Are you gonna keep that handout shit up and keep complaining? Oh man, he ain't giving us nothing. There's no opportunities when the opportunity's in front of you, but you got to go get it. So show and prove.
Now, real quick before we pass it back to David. Now, one flaw that they said in the Platinum Plan, and this is what Ice Cube was talking about, actually. He said it's a lot of that minority talk, a lot of people of color talk, basically. So that's where I said it's going to turn into the same thing where the money is there, it's available, but seeing as it's available to other minorities, if other people take advantage of the shit, then black people going to still be in the same exact situation. That's why I give Cube credit, because he's trying to change the lingo in it and make it to where, no, we want it to be there, available, and specific to black people. That's where I think Cube is really, you know, doing something good, fighting for black people, which makes it more ridiculous that there's black people that's criticizing him. Real quick before you go, David,
please let me read the super chat, because this is exactly what I wanted to address. I want to have some fun.
Okay.
For a second.
Hey, can I respond to Bernard real quick on that point?
Oh yeah,
so I don't forget.
Go ahead.
And that's my beef, and a lot of people I rock with beef. Why does it have to be specific to black folk? Now you're saying that black people are handicapped. Now you're saying that we're freaking like the little I won't say that R word. We're the special needs kid in the corner. It's over there drooling. With a special ed teacher got to come wipe our mouth.
Yeah,
with a little daggone.
Well, remember, we can't find enough ID to get voting rights, so you know.
We not smart enough to go do it ourselves, so we got to have somebody walk us step by step. And that's my beef with Ice Cube and the Platinum Plan. Like, look, it's right there. Okay, you want to give me some money? Cool. I'll go. My business is already set. Hey, anybody else that want to get on, just holler at me. I'll show you how to do it. Let's get this money and eat together. Versus, oh man, they ain't gonna give us. They're gonna give it to Mexicans. They're gonna give it to Guatemalans. Oh man. No, man, black people don't need no handouts. You know what? Point us in the right direction. Let's get it. Anybody wants to know how to get it, just holler at me. That's it.
All right. Shout out to Mike V. Salute to Mike V. Thanks for the super chat.
All of y'all, Mike V, MOT, Renaissance Man, the whole fucking Doom Patrol. Y'all niggas is amazing. I think y'all logged in like 20 plus hours of hate streams over the last week. Yo, but no, you've been at this way longer than me. You done logged in thousands of hours of airtime. Have you got a nigga doing 20 hours of hate streams on you? This shit is amazing. I was cracking up all night listening to the shit. And the funny thing about a trap house Republican, nigga, that sounds like a genius thing. You think a nigga supposed to be offended by a trap house Republican? Trump got the trap house booming, you motherfucker. This shit is dope out here right now. Yo, you see that shit the bitch Asian doll said? Asian doll is out here like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Trump out here getting money for the people, and I get money in all kind of ways, you feel me? And then she go to say, yo, I fuck with a lot of niggas that get money on all kind of ways. You know what that bitch talking about. That bitch a trap queen too. Trump got the trap house booming. fucking trap house Republicans is feeling it right now. So shout out to all y'all motherfuckers. The Doom Patrol is the shit.
Mike V back in the building with another super chat. He says, if the smoke is real, drop the link. I will drop the link.
Not right now.
No. We doing the interview. We're gonna make it to the end of it. The hood conservative
bro.
Got a lot of
y'all out.
Hold on. You got a lot of stuff we trying to get through. We ain't even went to the commercials and all of that stuff. And David Monroe got a bunch of other stuff he trying to share on the screen and all kind of stuff. So yeah, we gonna get there. Not right now. I'm glad you want to smoke, Mike V. I do. I gotta get you for a 1-on-1 too. Sooner or later. I'm glad you want to smoke. Even though I'm a little apprehensive now because when I had Black Torch doing that stream about showing receipts for what Barack did for black people, I lost some subscribers that day. I don't know. Yeah, they don't fuck around in this space. You
niggas don't love that nigga no more, man.
Yeah,
deal with it.
I lost subs. I was like, man, I was just trying to just give a little parting, farewell to Barack in a peaceful manner. Just bring up whatever he did that was good for black people, but niggas wasn't hearing it. So I was like, yeah, I gotta listen to the audience. So I gotta be careful bringing Mike V up here. They might lose another sub, but I do want to get him. I do gotta get him up here if he down for it.
Hey, shout out to Fantastic. Commune niggas, stand back and stand by. Mike,
Fantastic killed it with that shit last night. I think he said Sir Tice came up with the whole title of commune niggas, but that is a perfect catchphrase for these motherfuckers. Goddamn blind commune niggas everywhere, just trying to march us off a cliff.
God damn, didn't we? You know what I'm saying? We got relatives, y'all. I mean, niggas got relatives that fought and died in Vietnam fighting commies. You know what I'm saying? And these niggas want to embrace communism now. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. And we got Strag Logic up in the chat. We got, Bernard, I was gonna be nice, but we got Strags in the chat. And I'm telling y'all right now, here's the problem. Strags, community, this community shit, and Strag Logic. Y'all want to fix the situation? Get rid of the Strag Logic and the need for pussy. You can't walk away from it. Shout out to Zero.
Woo! All right. Black Wolf Inc. in the building says Trump 2020 baby. Angela Stanton owned the Breakfast Club and exposed them as gullible idiots. I recommend people though to go back and check out Angela Stanton. She did a interview with Roland Martin like a month before that. It didn't get as much press, but Roland Martin, he's a Democrat. He knows his shit. And it was a good back and forth. He actually had counter arguments to a lot of the stuff she said. So I do recommend people to go dig that one up. Yeah, Roland Martin is pretty damn good. I heard Roland Martin talking about the Platinum Plan, and he did a little interview with Cube. Roland Martin knows his shit.
I watch Roland Martin a lot just to study his moves and see what he's at. And he's like a clever con artist because what he does is a lot of Gish Gallop switch to move the goalpost shit. But that thing with Angela Stanton, what's important about the Angela Stanton Breakfast Club interview, and even with Roland Martin, if you watch Roland Martin's chat live right now, because the motherfucker, he does like a 24-hour broadcast damn near. And
he's running that shit like a actual cable news station. I don't know when
him. Who has a one-man cable news network? The nigga's weird. But anyway, look, his chat is half against him. And if you go to the Angela Stanton, watch his chat room. There's a lot of people, they got to ban the trolls. It's crazy. They banned me months ago. But you go to Angela Stanton, the Breakfast Club interview, and read the fucking comments underneath the interview. That's where you really find the magic. Nobody fucks with the Breakfast Club behind that shit. Everybody in the comments was like, nah, y'all look crazy. She smacked y'all up and down the whole interview. And that's where it's at. Like, you can see it's not just her getting up there talking like facts and making them look bad. Everybody can see it now. And that's what's crazy. Everybody can see how crazy all these people look.
All right, Nick Penn in the building with a super chat. Appreciate that. Says dominate. What the fuck you talking about, Great Britain? He said Bernard on his Mama Bird shit right now. Drop the link. No, this ain't just a drop the link. As soon as I hit the live button show, I do. Goddamn this that we doing a conversation. That's damn near tradition in the space. O'Shea used to do that. He used to do 1 hour with the lead off, at least 1 hour with the lead off, and then drop the link, and then full chaos can ensue. It ain't chaos time yet. I want them to lay out their full position before people come with the pitchforks and daggers and torches and lanterns and all that shit. Yeah, so yeah.
You got to get back to Ice Cube, and there's a couple things like what I noticed first is like how Twitter was going crazy on him. So there's a few things on Twitter I want to pull up that'll be like pertinent to the manosphere and the shit we talk about.
You pulling it up right now?
Oh no, I got it set up ready to go. I'm just waiting for the share screen.
Oh, I don't see you trying to share it. You gotta click the share button, and then I'll see it. Then I'll be able to make it pop in. Or you could send it to me, and I can share it. We can do that. Justin March in the building with a super sticker. Oh wait, there it go. Oh, you doing that funny share where it's gonna be. Hold on. Hold up. Okay, no, there it go. Thanks, Justin March. Appreciate that super sticker. Right, all right. Ugh, I made a mistake and clicked on Sister George. God damn. That was an accident. All right. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. What you got? What you got up there? You on mute?
Yo, we lose David?
I don't know. David Monroe, can you hear us? I see you moving.
Oh yeah. Oh,
okay. Yeah, there you go.
I thought I unmuted myself. All right. So we see the Ice Cube tweet, right?
Yeah, the Ice Cube.
Look, so the powers that be cancel my interview on Cuomo Primetime tonight. I've actually been banned from CNN for a few months, so I was surprised they even asked, but it seems like they can't handle the truth. Now, why are they trying to ban him from CNN? Why don't they want him to go on and talk about what happened? The whole thing of Ice Cube even bridging like the gap, breaking the ice to be somebody like of significance that's currently like, significant, and not just like the media as far as like him being a celebrity, but he's also on the left wing as far as like politics and trying to push for not quite a reparations plan, but he's got his own like contract with America thing. Why don't CNN want to talk to him with all this news going on? And it's funny because you would think, and the first comment on there, I like that CNN is racist, which I tend to agree. CNN is racist. The left is pretty much the racist thing right now. And the reason why I say the left is racist is because they only want a certain type of black person, which is, pretty much how Massa wanted it back in the day. They only want certain types of black people.
Yeah, and the issue, with CNN is they're just like, Antifa and all these little white BLM supporters or whatever. Man, the minute you come out as a conservative on the right or you're a moderate, first thing, you're going to get white folks out there calling you coons, dropping the N-bomb, Sambo, all these words. We had one of the crew last night, was on Angry Vikings, live stream. And one of these little Antifa cats come on the stream, first word out his mouth, "Oh, I see you got your little Uncle Tom here." Man, they doxed that cat live on stream. They got their people's tracked his ISP down, found this nigga crib, put all his info out there, right there. They want to come on and be racist, they called him out. And these are a bunch of white boys, militia members, former soldiers that people think are racist. No, they go hard in the paint for the country. And that's the issue. Ice Cube is waking black folks up to say, you know what? He may not be full MAGA, but he's making black folks wake up to say, you know what? I'm going to try this American shit first and see how it works out for me. And CNN can't have that. CNN has to have black people on their knees with their hands out.
Yeah. They do not want any black person to break the mold right now. And if you dare step out of line, you get the slave whip. Look, you call it cancel culture, but it sure looks like a slave whipping to me. They wasn't canceling slaves back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay. I know. It's a stretch. I know. But here, let's check out this next thing real quick. All right.
Real quick. AJC in red says that's Bernard panel in chat. Peace, salute. Shout out to AJC in red. Appreciate your super chat.
Hey, what's going on, AJ? Fun debate last night, bro. Salute.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, conservative.
Jamel Hill. Now we might remember her. I think she used to be a CNN analyst or something like that.
No, she was on ESPN.
Not CNN, ESPN. Yeah, I called it wrong. But this right here is what kills me. Is it just me, or is there really different political energy between black women and black men?
Uh-oh.
Duh. Look at this. 18,200K likes.
Uh-oh. I gotta do that SKC. Uh-oh. That's what SKC do. Yeah, that's it's interesting that they finally starting to see that. And I'm
like, they late to the game, but aren't they? I'm like, they just now realizing this. Where they been? What they've been looking at? Oh, I'm my bad. They've been too busy, you know. You know what kind of men they've been laying up with, and now they realizing, oh, a lot of these, whatever you want to call them, thinking black men or black men that's about something, are starting to lean right. And now they waking up to it because now they got to find somebody to settle down with. And we know that it's the black manosphere. So we know the type of dudes they want to lay down with when they're young. And all of a sudden, oh, we can lay down with them when we're young, but we can't settle down with them. And all the dudes we want to settle down with, oh shit, a lot of these dudes are leaning right.
Hey, check this out too. Look at the comment section underneath this tweet. And I found it interesting. The first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 responses from black men, and then some white chick pops up real quick, right? And this is what's crazy.
Hold on, wait. What was the brothers saying? Could you see?
I'm getting to it real quick. This is what's crazy about it, because these are the men who are falling in line behind that shit, and this is how they want you to fall in line. Look, that's the plan. Corey Richardson, that's the plan. Ice Cube and others are plans to actively encourage black men to not vote. Ice Cube never said that. He definitely didn't say that.
Wow.
Black women got Michelle Obama and Beyonce leading the charge. Black men got the old dusty ass rappers showing up at the 11th hour, encouraging us to be stupid like them. It's frustrating. Look, that's the top response on his thing. These are the men that's in line with this type of program. Like, you got to get out this line, bro. Shout out to MOT. I keep telling you, stop voting with my baby mama, man. Don't be like these niggas. They don't need your help. What Nick Hamilton? What has voting changed truly on that level? When we as black people don't put the pressure on these politicians to do what we want them to do for us.
As if they've been putting pressure on Democrats or something.
They won't. And then especially like black male pressure, you're gonna put black male feminist pressure on Democrats. That's about all these niggas good for is black male feminist pressure.
Yeah, they're gonna be shocked. See, like, if black men just didn't turn out and vote, then they could just say, okay, they're apathetic. But if it's like 35 to 40% black men vote for Trump, that's going to be a major, like, what the fuck in their eyes. Like, I just can't wait to just sit back and just see the reaction to it. That's gonna be kid in the candy store just watching the reaction. They're gonna lose their shit when they see that.
You already know the reaction. They're gonna blame us. They're trying to blame us now. That's why they're trying to whip us back in line. So later on, it's like they trying to spank us now so they don't have to fuck us up later. You know, like they are parents or some shit. So it's look at this next tweet. Andre Booker, and this motherfucker, he's a piece of shit. Sometimes we need to shut up and be led. This election is a good time for us to listen to our black women. Like, I could do the whole show about this.
God damn.
Really?
See? Bernard. Bernard, here's the
stereotype of what God damn.
Bernard, here's the crazy thing, bro. And you know, I'm gonna reference the Proud Boys on this, man. You got niggas in the manosphere losing their goddamn minds over the Proud Boys versus doing any kind of research and looking at their tenets, but their tenets line up almost word for word with the black manosphere, minus the strag talk.
I'll be trying.
I haven't read their tenets, so I can't speak to the Proud Boys. I don't put that much thought into them, so I can't tell you. I mean, if that's what you say, I'll take your word for now. But yeah. I heard they was racist, then I heard they wasn't, then I heard they was, then I heard they wasn't. So I don't know.
And that's why I implore you, Bernard, like, do your own research. If you hear some stuff coming out of black Twitter or black YouTube, pause for a second and go look it up yourself, because that's our problem. We'll turn on MSN. I'll say we as black people as a whole. Yeah. We'll turn on MSNBC, listen to Joy Reid, and think it's facts.
Real quick, before you get back into that, David Monroe, real quick, let me get caught up on these super chats. Perfect Blackness in the building says, totally behind Cube on this. It's about time the black celebs stop being gatekeeping doormats. Yeah, shout out to Snoop Dogg. You know, but that don't mean MAGA is our savior. Yeah, I'm with that. I mean, the MAGA hat ain't for us. I mean, but you know, I'm rocking with I'm rocking with
us, Bernard, who is us?
Black people. That's just my opinion on the MAGA hat. When he's saying,
but are you saying we're a monolith, Bernard?
I understand where you're going with that.
You get what I'm saying?
Hold on, wait,
Cory Booker. Okay, my bad. Go ahead, bro.
When you say "Make America Great Again," when you're looking at black people, it's hard to say when was it so great for us. That's why I feel like that statement
isn't documented.
Okay,
it's great history, but our history was great as Black Americans. When we had to sit there and deal with racism head on, Black people came together as a whole. They formed families. 90% of Black children at one point were born in wedlock. It was embarrassing to white folks how tight the Black family was. We were building businesses. We had our own banks, grocery stores. We owned basically the South when it came to politics. Black people had it great for 100 years.
I got all that. But the flaw in that argument is that was also during Jim Crow. So if we're saying make America great again, make America go back to Jim Crow again.
No, come on, Bernard. Nah, come on, Bernard. We know that's not what they're talking about.
I know that's not what they're saying, but when black
that's
people
what people want to assume, but it makes it a clever attack on the right. All right, I give you that.
All right, okay. So make America great again. Okay, for us, we mean that post-slavery, pre-1965, post-1865 era. So when do you think they're talking when they say make America great again?
Hey, Bernard, look, we can easily reference back to the statistics. Back when Black American kids weren't born at a 77% single mom rate. And we know the dates when it happened between LBJ and this whole feminist thing in 73. You know, y'all niggas will be voting for the next 200 years for Democrats. And that Margaret Stein chick in 73 with that feminist doctrine that the sisterhood signed on to, right there. Since then, the community has been in a freaking straight downward spiral. And if you go, and here's the thing, Huey P. Newton even realized it himself, was like, oh shit, fuck did we do in the mid 70s? Because all of a sudden this downward spiral took place when it was like, oh shit, we won. Even Obama said we won. It's up to the Joshua generation to take the baton now. His bullshit ass words. And what happened? We got the baton and we fumbled that shit. We let the sisterhood take over and drive us into single mamahood, freaking baby momism, terrorism.
Well, I'll say this. During that period, I won't say America was great, but I will say black people definitely had perseverance back then. That's the most fair way I can say it. I'm not going to say America was great in a time when it was legal to lynch a black person. However, black people in that time had perseverance, stuck together, and had good morals and a better culture of togetherness and family.
And that's the whole difference right there. Why can't we make Black America great again?
I can agree with that statement. I can agree with that statement that we need to make Black America great again. But when you say America great again, it I don't know. It just adds more.
Is it a trigger to you, Bernard? That's why I asked you, Bernard. Who is it for? Cory Booker embarrassed the shit out of niggas the other day when ACB told him straight up, "Are you trying to say that I can't think for myself?" Basically, she said, "I'm not like you niggas." She told Cory Booker this, and you got this buttermilk nigga embarrassing the shit out of brothers, looking like a clown, crying on the freaking about to cry up there at the Senate, up the confirmation hearings. But
all right,
Stream America is seeing a black man. Oh, Cory Booker, that's your representation?
All right. Shout out to Jessica X. Thank you for the super sticker. I lost some of them. So Ty City dropped another one. He said, I covered how black men would be blamed for the election outcome in a month ago on my channel. Man, everybody in the sphere is just turning into fucking Little Richard talking about I was the first one that did this. I'm the one that started this. Everybody doing this shit now. Ty City, yeah, you be ahead of the curve on some shit. We got you, Ty. I got you.
No, but he did call that out months ago. He was the first person I heard say that.
No, Ty City be ahead of the curve. Real quick. Hold on. Good man sent the super chat. He said, this is disgusting. Blame black men for being responsible. The Democratic Party basically put two people known for institutionalizing black men as candidates for the next presidency. How can they blame them for revolting? Falcon Black says, Jessica X, this is a man space. God damn it. He didn't say God damn it, but he said, Jessica X, this is a man space. He got some police cars and a police car and a police officer in there. He's basically, I don't know if he's saying get the fuck out, but anyway, he's entitled to his opinion. Falcon Black, what's up? Salute. Shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat.
We got the Doom Patrol swooping in with the reach arounds, David.
No, listen, I don't think nothing personal. I love it all, man. It's great. Listen, do what you gotta do.
Hold on.
But I want to get back to
we about to get back to it. Cozy 212 says, spit the facts, Trey, SYSBM. And also, I'd like to thank y'all coming through on the super chats. I appreciate that. Yeah, appreciate that. Hit that like button. Appreciate everybody coming through. Yeah, you trying to police Jessica X up out of here. What up, GA boy? Let me see. Hold on. I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't fuck with Trump or Biden. Right on. I hear you. Let's see. All right, there go the last one. That one just popped up. All right, Dark Knight Mentality says, make black men great, period. In order to make Black America great, black men have to separate from the black community agenda. I like that you said from the black community agenda. Yeah, that's the agenda is the key word in there, aka black women, and focus on our interests. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Also, good man. He said Proud Boys is led by a brown, Hispanic, most liberal white supremacist group. Most liberal, I think you mean white supremacy group I've seen. All right, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. All right, go ahead, David Monroe. You got it with the rest of these tweets.
Yeah, that is a good point about the Proud Boys. They all mixed up. They got some like openly gay people. They don't give a fuck. As long as you love America and know how to name some cereals and shit and some shit about American pop culture, they fuck with you. But look, this dude Evans, I think that's an African name, Evans Egbober or something, whatever, fuck his name. It is sad. His second tweet is what kills me, though. It is sad because the reason black women are taking this approach is because of us black men. They're working their asses off so the world will be better for us. That's what he thinks. But we just keep acting like we are owed it rather than saying, let's be there to fight with them too. Like, this is the mind of the black male, the beta male simp. All right, this is the mind, all right? They really think black women is on the front lines fighting off the rest of the world so black men can have an easy run. Like, that's what they think. Like, they really out here trying to help us.
All right. And look at her pretending like she don't agree with that statement that fool just made. Anyway.
And then look, down, this is what kills me. We want to cap it off with Miss White Lady at the bottom, because this is really where it's at. This is going to feed right into the next thing I want to bring up. Shelby, hi Shelby. Big difference between white women and white men too. I think we just need to have the men of all colors sit this one out. Like, that's how they really feel about us.
Huh? I told you, man, the white liberal in their true colors.
She's on the black Twitter. She came way over the black Twitter to say that shit.
She just, if I understand her, like, I could barely see it. She's saying all men need to just sit out.
Let's try it again. Big difference between white women and white men too. So, there's a conservative liberal split just amongst men and women on the white side. Mm-hmm. I think we just need to have the men of all colors sit this out. Like, I didn't know they had this much authority.
Yeah. Shout out to New. Thanks for the super chat. Said Maggles don't count. That's wild, man. That's wild.
I wish they didn't have a vote.
That is fucking wild, man. Is that it? That's it on the.
That one thread. That's that one thread. Now we're gonna go over to our favorite feminist on Twitter, Miss Brittany Cooper, and she said something a little interesting. She's not as popular. I think it's because she kind of a chunky chick and nobody really cares for her. But she only got 2.3K likes on this one. But there's a reason why you got to look at this. I'm reminded that in the 19th century, Black women used sex strikes to make sure that the brothers didn't vote against Black interests. Which is to say, there has always been this rogue Black male element among us. Rogue male
element. That is oh man, that's a contradiction. The women are the ones that's rogue anyway.
This bitch is like 10 years away from calling us super predators. And sisters have always been on point. Anyway, I've said enough today, right? Now, look, she just laid it out about the whole 19th century Black women policing the rogue male elements, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Somebody saw that tweet and found the fucking book she was talking about. So, the next tweet from Brittany Cooper, thanks to somehow for screenshotting this page from Elsa Barclay Brown's essay, To Catch the Vision of Freedom. Black women in the 1870s used armed patrols to protect their men at the polls and also used sex strikes and weapons to make sure dudes voted right. Now, that sounds crazy enough that you out here with your wop and your pistol talk about you got to vote right, boy.
Like, well, wait a minute. All of that was hold on. That all of that would have been happening back during back in Color Purple land when they was being abused and beat up by Black men.
Bernard. Hey, we don't want that part of Make America Great Again. We don't want Brittany Cooper. Right. We don't want Brittany Cooper holding out on us.
It looked like America was pretty good for them bitches back then. When they wop, making niggas do right. The fuck out of here. These bitches walk around with armed wop. How do you arm the wop and tell a nigga what to do? This shit crazy. That's what these bitches is on. They want to put weapons in the WAP and make niggas do right, son. This shit is outrageous. And look, you got to see more. These bitches is out of fucking control. Man, and this is how dumb these out of control bitches really is. Because when you go down, I'm not going to kill you with all the text right there. We're going to look at the highlight. Not because I don't want to read all that shit either. Fuck them. We're going to get to the highlighted part. We might wonder whether the weapons the women carried were for use on their husbands or on the Democratic opponents. Think about that shit. Your husband or the Democratic opponent. This is 1860. The Democratic opponents. They was whopping it up for the Democrats. Well, let me slow it down. They was whopping it up against the Democrats, technically.
Hey, David.
Democrats. Yeah.
Hey, David, I'll quote somebody. There you go. There you go.
look, this is a quote from your stupid ass leftist feminist poetry champion. She don't even know she's quoting some shit that makes your team look bad. Why was we at war with the Democrats back then? Why did you have to weaponize your WAP so we could fight off the Democrats back then? That shit sound crazy. Black Republican politicians throughout the South took women's participation seriously and publicly encouraged them to abstain from sexual relations with any man who voted Democratic. All right. That's how bad it was to be a black man back then. The Democrats was going at you. And it was so bad. The women was like, look, you vote Democrat, you can't get it. You ain't getting none of this here. You vote Democrat.
I'm going to tell you, I know who read this book. I know exactly who read this book in the 60s. Lyndon Baines Johnson. I guarantee you 100% he read this book and was like, oh shit, let me stop being racist. Because for the niggas that don't know how to read and they can't Google his daggone voting record in the Senate, he was a racist motherfucker for 20 years in the Senate. And all of a sudden he said, hold up, let me give these freaking women something. Fuck these niggas. Let me give these women handouts. He realized, oh shit, all I got to do is divide black men from the pussy. We give the women handouts and we got them. What did he say? I'll have you hard R's voting for the Democrats for the next 200 years. 60 years later, 96% of them vote for the Democrats. And we up here arguing with each other. over freaking acronyms and conservative versus daggone liberal. I'm talking about black men. We're arguing amongst ourselves when black women, 96% are voting for the Democrats.
And look, we got to keep going. Check this out. This shit gets a little crazier. Engaged women were encouraged to postpone the wedding until after the election when they could obtain insurance that their future husband was not a Democrat. All right, think about it. That's how much we was at war with these niggas back then. All right, you couldn't make babies if you voted Democrat. That's how hard these bitches was on it. And I'm talking crazy about them, but I almost kind of admire them. Like, yo, y'all was really down for the team back then. Like, this is how you enforce the boundaries in the community. You know what I'm saying? We don't need the police to police us if we know what's up. Now, I'm gonna keep reading. If he was not a Democrat. In Alabama, women banded together in political clubs to enforce these sanctions collectively. Some politicians also endorsed women's use of weapons to influence their husband's vote. Think about that. Some politicians also endorsed women's use of weapons to influence their husband's vote. It is likely that rather than initiating these actions on the part of African American women, Republican legislators merely recognized and endorsed actions initiated by the women themselves. All right. Now, this is the shit that men kind of need to be careful of. Our women have always been willing to do whatever it takes to force us in line. That's really the key. That's the read between the lines on this shit. And let me just get to the last one. This is 1870.
Okay, real quick. Zero was right in 1870. Just got to say that. Shout out Zero.
Yeah, he was right. He was right for a long time. So look, these examples all suggest that African American women and men understood the vote as a collective, not an individual possession, and furthermore, that the African American woman, unable to cast a separate vote, viewed the African American men's vote as equally theirs. These bitches couldn't even vote, and they was trying to force us in line. And now, 100 years later, bitch, you got your own vote. Why you worry about mine?
You know what? Damn, the whole time you were saying this, I wasn't even averaging into the equation that women couldn't vote then. I mean, I knew women couldn't vote then, but I wasn't processing it with this. Now it's even wilder right now that they ass couldn't even vote, but that's why they was doing that. But right now, they got their own damn vote, and they still clowning. Hold up, I gotta get more take on that damn book, but real quick, and I'm hella behind on super chats. Y'all going ham on the super chats. I appreciate it. Good man says
for To Catch the Vision of Freedom by Elsa Barkley Brown. I think it's an essay. To Catch the Vision of Freedom by Elsa Barkley Brown.
All right, Shelby. Sorry, he's referring to the chick from the tweet. Says Shelby wants to talk to the manager of Men of Color. That's funny. All right, Perfect Blackness in the building with a super chat. He says, "True, black men will be blamed if Trump wins, but that's the price of getting your agenda out. If you don't want that smoke, just then shut up and vote." Thank you for the super chat. And I know, damn it, I saw Laro. That link coming soon, Black Torch. It's coming soon. Don't worry. Shit, I just lost Laros. I'm gonna have to dig that up on the YouTube thing. Golden Eagle. I'm starting to understand why men initially didn't get the right to vote. Thank you for the super chat. Got Bucket 88 in here. Says salute Bernard, keep up the great work. I certainly will try. Okay, I already read that one. Thanks, Perfect Blackness. Appreciate that. Good men, in the words of Patrice O'Neill, they put I think that's a gun. I can't even. Oh yeah, they put a gun to the WAP. Thanks, good men. I'm trying to dig these super chats up because I got way behind. What that say? Mega Montana says Brittany Cooper is Brittany Cooper is shaped like a bathtub. She ain't withholding nothing black men want. That's the first thing I was thinking. Ray Clemens in the building says, I totally disagree with your assessment of MAGA, Bernard. By your logic, every group can make that argument about what America used to be. I understand where you're coming from there, and I get y'all points, but I just think I think when white people talk, okay, well, let me just look at it like this. when Ronald Reagan was talking about "Make America Great Again," he was saying that in the 80s. So clearly, he was talking about pre 60s. He was talking pre all the free love movement, pre feminism, pre all of that shit that sort of basically started. That was the start of hookup and thought culture and all of that. And and that's when the single mother rate start going, increasing. All of that stuff started happening post that 1960s, that late 60s, early 70s era. So when he's in 1980 saying, hold on real quick, when he's in the 80s saying "Make America Great Again," I think I clearly understood he was talking about going back, to the 50s, pre all those eras and all those movements. So that's what I initially perceived what "Make America Great Again" was about. And then I just said, wait a minute, for black people, that was Jim Crow. So we can't say "Make America Great Again" because when it was originally conceived, they was talking about Jim Crow. So that was my disagreement with it. So when Trump rebirthed it, out of nowhere, I felt like, okay, what is he talking about? Is he talking about going back to when? The 90s, the 80s? When the 80s, Ronald Reagan was talking about making it great again. So where is he talking about going? He must be talking about going, further and further back too. The further you go back, the worse it was for black people. Even though, as we talked about already, there was perseverance with black people back then.
Well,
so
also, the further you go back, the worse it was for pretty much everybody.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Bernard. Not everybody. Okay, hey, David, if you could pull this up, man, I'm on the phone. If you could pull up Thomas Sowell's "White Liberals and Black Rednecks."
Oh, pull up what exactly? That's the whole book.
Yeah, just the title, just so people can see it. I encourage everybody here in the chat to go read Black Rednecks and White Liberals. But here's the issue, Bernard. At the turn of the century, that's 19th to 20th century, there was a large number of black folks that were chilling, that were, integrated in schools, just chilling, doing wonderful. And they didn't have these issues that, black people are facing. But, it is what it is. The nigga shit came up. A lot of nigga shit came up from the South. And you even had black folks back then talking about, man, I ain't with them niggas. So it was not bad for everybody. And that's what I'm saying now, is that we're not taking a look at personal accountability and cultural accountability and all this. Eventually, guess what? I quote David here. Sometimes you just got to accept the L. There's a lot of black folks that took the L. Native Americans, I'll reference Native Americans. They took the biggest L you could imagine. And right now, you don't see them marching. You don't see them burning down buildings. Man, I drive through their freaking reservations all the time. A lot of them are chilling. They're chilling in these casinos. They got white people, black people, Mexicans working for them in these casinos. And when you talk to some of these Native Americans, they'll be like, man, oh, freaking, Billy Redwood down on the reservation, he just want to sit around with a handout, and his baby mama, all she want to do is collect checks and welfare, blah. I'm like, God damn, Native Americans got the same issue we got going on.
Yeah. Well, and I'm with you. And I've said before, I'm voting for Trump. And you can be conservative. You can vote for Trump. You can be Republican. You could do all of that and go whole hog, buy completely in without putting on the damn hat. Because the hat, I just felt like it was saying some shit that wasn't.
Why does the hat trigger you, Bernard? That's what I know.
It don't trigger me. It just I felt like that was a part of it that just don't speak to us. Y'all did
put a good us? That's what I'm asking you, Bernard. Who is us?
All right, it don't speak to me.
That's the thing. No, that's the thing. And that's why I kind of accept it. Listen, the whole red MAGA hat thing has a negative connotation. The media battle's kind of been lost on that front. Fine, it is what it is.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of ways to skin a cat. You know what I mean? We can sell this shit in a lot of different ways. You take off the MAGA hat, the words still sound the same.
Yeah, and my issue with that, Bernard, is this. I just want to get black folks out this monolith mindset. No, I don't, fuck black folks. I want to get black men out of this monolith mindset. Because if we don't get out of that mindset, we're going to attach ourselves to the strag movement. And I see a lot of brothers up here. I see a lot of brothers, especially in the manosphere. Oh, fuck strag this, strag that. But then they'll turn around soon as the word MAGA or conservative or SYSBM comes up. Oh shit, let's defer to strag logic.
Yeah, I've been noticing that too, and I don't like that shit either. And I shout out to what David Monroe said about that. He said, "Look, he basically, in so many words, he worded it pretty. He said I'll have sex with him, I'll do this with him, I'll do that with him, I will not vote with him. Put it like that. That's what David Monroe said.
Tell me, is that not simpler than all of this constant bitching about him? Like, you know, we all know how fucked up they is, but you still want your dicks up.
Yeah. No, I'm with y'all on that. Shout out to Zero. He says Trey got his mic on all caps. To Zero, always coming through with the funny. Shit, I'm trying to find right there. That's what I was trying to find. We got a celebrity in the building, Gary Lamb. What's up? And salute to you. I thought the damn commercial that Trump bought from one of your videos. He was popping up on my timeline for like a whole week. So definitely salute and shout out to you. And when I do drop the link, yeah, you know you're more than welcome to come up and join the panel when I drop the link. So yeah, salute and shout out to you. God damn, I'm so behind.
Shout out to Carlton Banks though. He hit it right there, stuck between the Strag and the MAGA place. Listen, left to right, bro. Strags to the left and MAGAs to the right, and I'm stuck in the middle with you niggas. Nah, fuck out it.
No, I'm closer to the MAGA hat than voting with Strags. Trust me. But no, like I said, I'm voting for him. Trump got my vote. But I do understand, and I'll just speak for myself. You know, it is okay. So here's the problem. When you're if you vote Democrat, yes, you're voting with you're voting with black female feminist. That's like, damn, are you a man? Do you got balls? Like damn. Okay, you vote Republican, you're voting with the Charlottesville Tiki Torch posse. So it's like it's not, hold on. I'm probably about to make the same point that you're going to make. You got to look at which one is better, despite both of them having a element of it that's some outright bullshit. But that, bro, I know you're going. That Tiki Torch posse element is the fringe, is the absolute fringe of the Republican Party. That black feminists, Black Lives Matter, all of that shit. Actually, we actually talked about this before.
What was the name of the most popular racist recently? What was that white guy's name that just endorsed Joe Biden? Help me out here, Trey. What was the fuck his name?
Shit, Richard Spencer.
Richard Spencer, the number one alt-right right winger, all right, white supremacist. He's on Joe Biden's gang. So miss me with the Tiki Torch shit. Let them niggas be angry. You know why? Let them niggas be angry, because if they want to fight, us, they can fight us. But they wasn't marching through the hood with that shit.
That's true.
They was not bringing that fight to us. You letting these bitches make it seem like they bringing that fight to us because these bitches want to fight. They want to watch the show. No, you bitches want to fight them Tiki Torch niggas. You go fight them, because they not coming at you with that bullshit.
Yeah, you got the Tiki Torch dudes fighting with Antifa. You got white people beefing with white people over white ideological shit. It don't even involve us.
I was just about to say, though, the Tiki Torch people, they're fighting for, they're trying to convert white America to their way of thinking. They ain't really thinking about black people in the hood. They just trying to recruit more white people to think the way that they think. So yeah, they ain't nearly nothing that we need to. Well, what we rolling up our sleeves to fight them for, to make so they can convince less white people to think like them? I mean, so it is really not our thing. I'm with y'all.
You know, the whole Charlottesville thing, both people, great people on both sides. You know, it's all a bait and switch. It's all okay. Let's show black people this on mainstream media to get them triggered. When you got every patriot group out there has said, nah, them Tiki Torch dudes, they won't with us. It was a dude that tried to join the Proud Boys, and the Proud Boys was, no, we ain't fucking with you. Hell no, you got fucking white supremacy shit going on. Stay the fuck away from us. All the patriot groups said the same thing. So this dude, he went out and started his own shit. He brought a lot of freaking like Antifa, this extreme, the racist Antifa guys. He got a whole bunch of, white loser type dudes together, and brought them together on some, some real beef shit against white people that were liberals. And these niggas out there supporting these white liberals, they just got caught in the middle.
And that's another thing too. Like, and this is what I meant a few minutes ago when we first got into this area about drop the guilt, bro. Black men got nothing to feel guilty by, okay? Because we didn't stab our women in the back to gain some kind of fucking government free shit. All right, we didn't stab our families in the back for so-called rights of equality. All right, when we got rights and equality, the black man had to carry the black family along with him. So I feel no guilt whatsoever. And as far as supposedly siding with white supremacy, you know what? If a black woman wants to tell you that you're siding with white supremacy, you look her right in the eye and say, y'all bitches picked y'all white friends. We got white friends, and my white friends will fuck your white friends up.
And you got a super chat coming here, Bernard, that displays exactly what I'm saying. How black people look at something, see something on mainstream media, and don't do their own research. Like these Wolverine dudes in Michigan. These dudes are Antifa and Black Lives Matter dudes. These dudes hate Trump. I did a video on it, so everybody can go to my page where I covered these freaking clowns. So since people want to talk about how they drop videos on stuff, these dudes in Michigan, they planned all kinds of shit against white liberals because it's daggone white liberal versus white liberal beef. It's daggone dudes that want it's like the Boogaloo Boys. People think the Boogaloo Boys are like white supremacists, right wing. No, these Boogaloo Boys are freaking insane libertarian anarchists. They don't want any form of government. They basically don't like nobody. I get into it all the time with these Boogaloo Boy idiots. And that's the issue. You see white people carrying guns talking about they're going to, kidnap Governor Whitmer. And Governor Whitmer, she played the Strag card. Oh, my God, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. And guess what? Black America ate that shit up and was like, oh, my God, these guys are Trump supporters. When the main dude from the Wolverines has a damn video after video saying how much he hates Trump. Trump's a tyrant. Fuck everybody. But niggas won't do 5 freaking seconds of research to find the truth out.
Yo, was Trump a tyrant when he helped Jesse Jackson run for president?
No.
It's a weird investment for a racist. I'm just saying. If you're going to put your racist money into something, you're not trying to help that nigga and his Rainbow Coalition get into the White House.
All right, let me Perfect Blackness says, Ray Clemens, that's a very simplistic way to view it. MAGA is a wish to go back to a time when America wasn't so great for black folk. We already covered that. No need to respond to it. Thanks for that super chat. Perfect Blackness. Warmaster 7 in the building says, America has been the greatest force for good. The Democrats' Jim Crow policies were restricted to the South. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. I got a feeling that I'm going to skip over some people. I'm about to read through them fast, though. Al Boogie in the building. He says, shout out to B. Diddy for inviting these two old white K-Rockers on the panel. That's I don't know what you're talking about. Salute Playboy, bring back segregation. All right. All right. Ray Clemens back in the building. Perfect Blackness. Actually, you are being a simple thinking. America only focus is to screw black people over. They have other issues, America's only focus isn't to. Okay. All right. Gotcha. All right. Can't even stop and analyze it. Trying to make it to the bottom of them. Jalen Roddy, you mean that rap battle didn't sway you to vote Democrat? Yeah. I just saw that for the first time this morning, actually. Logic Sphere in the building. He says,
what do you think about them bars, man?
The Wolverine Watchmen aren't racist. They're just Trump supporters. Right. Let's see. Gary Lamb back in the building. He says, my friends are bigger than your friends, a.k.a. the Angry Crew. Right. All right. Sorry if I missed your super chat, man. It was coming through fast and heavy, and sometimes this shit makes it to where they disappear before I get a chance to actually see them. So I apologize if I didn't read your super chat, but I appreciate all the support everybody coming through with today. Goddamn, we got it rocking in here. 346 people in the building. Hit that like button and let's get it back moving. All right, what you got up on the screen right now?
Oh, this is that thing you wanted us to watch. Excuse me, gentlemen.
Oh.
Yeah, listen. Ladies first.
Oh, wait. That volume is low as hell. You got to back it up. You probably didn't push share audio.
I might not have.
No, I can tell you didn't. That's exactly how it sounds when you don't push share audio.
Is it still too low?
Yeah. You probably got to back all the way out.
Oh, shoot. Let me see. I think I do have to start.
Start over. Oh, shit. Trey dropped down. My bad.
Yeah, no, he probably had a bad signal. He'll come back.
Yeah, no, I got him. He back in here.
Yeah, these Tennessee mountains holding me down.
You ain't on the road right now, are you?
No, I pulled. I'm at the truck stop now. I was making a delivery right when it first started. But I'm up here in the mountains of Tennessee.
It didn't give me the option again. I don't know what's going on with this.
It looked like because you're doing the type of share where you go to your I don't know if you got Internet Explorer or Chrome or whatever you're using. Click on that. Don't do the
No, I'm actually in the Brave browser, so I don't even know if that'll make a difference.
Shit. Send me the link to it.
The link to what?
The actual video, then I'll share.
Oh, sure. One second.
Yeah, that's one worth talking about. That shit was fucking weird. That was a weird. Are you trying to give it another go?
Well, I'm just gonna pull it back up because we're gonna still talk about it.
Man, Bernard, you got some black racists in your chat, bro.
What they saying?
Man, I'm not saying their comments. I don't black racists, black supremacists. I don't acknowledge them. I just call it for what it is. When I tell people, look, man, niggas is way more the most racist motherfuckers in this country. Black people need to stop with all this shit and just admit they are. We know it, man. Niggas go in harder on us versus any other group. Every other group in the country right now is like, man, fuck all that racism shit. You know, it is what it is. Let's get this money. But not niggas. What happens as soon as a nigga tries to get out the freaking barrel? Hell no, pull that crab back in. Who the fuck this nigga think he is? Think he gonna go do something? Think he gonna go speak?
Listen, the plantation police itself, man, that's how you know you got an efficient plantation.
Man, the shit we done been hearing about Gary, because you know Gary Lamb, he over there with us. You know what I'm saying? With the real conservatives. So, man, the shit Gary been catching. You know, he a fake, he paid, all this crazy shit. He to do king face. Man, it's freaking insane.
You sending me that link to us?
I'm working on it right. There you go. Boom.
Hey, I sent you those hood mentality lyrics as well, too, there, Bernard.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the Joe Biden link should be coming up in the email. Matter of fact, I could just put it in the chat. I'm bugging. This is even quicker. There it is. Links in the chat.
Hey, New, man, you know New in the chat said, saying black niggas is racist. New, I don't lie, man. I'm just calling it for what it is. If I sat up here and said niggas ain't racist, you know what, they're colorist or whatever you want to call it. We got issues within each other. If I sat up here and said it wasn't, I'd be lying through my teeth because I grew up seeing nothing but that shit since I was born in 75. I've lived this shit, seen it. If I said the opposite, I'd be lying through my teeth.
And then you know what kills me about that whole argument, right? Those same people who claim to be warriors for the black man and we got to fight for every injustice that ever happens to a black man, they like, what's that, Jonathan Price? Oh, yeah, that nigga deserved it. Wish I'd did it myself. Like, this the type of shit you hear from those same black people. So y'all go to hell, bro.
All right. Yeah, stop your screen share that you got going on. Well, no, hold on. Yeah, stop the screen share that you got going on. I'm scared I'm gonna kick you from the studio if I try to remove it. All right, perfect. Now I can pull up what I'm trying to do here. Let's see. All right, I think that's it. Yep, that's it. All right. You about to watch?
Hey, Bernard, man, Gary just hit me up and asked could he join us on this because he wants to add in his points before the nigga shit starts.
Yes. Send it to him. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Cool. Y'all about to get a celebrity up here. You know, the man Trump shouted out so that the non-racists in the chat, y'all can lose y'all minds now.
All right. We about to roll the beautiful bean footage. All right.
Yeah,
Let me know if you want me to stop it at any point when you want to comment on it.
And just when the chick says she's fly, stop it right there. I'm gonna warn you.
Black women have always been on the front lines for social justice. It's what we do. We organize, make phone calls, and yes, we run for office, all while being fly.
Stop right here. Now go back on Lightfoot. That bitch look fly to you? Is that a fly bitch? That is the funniest looking nigga I've seen in my life. But she's a fly girl.
Beetlejuice.
Right. We need that giant sandworm to take her away. Like, at least her, all right? We can negotiate with... Nah, we ain't negotiate with the rest of them, but still, take her off the chessboard.
All right.
I'm just saying, and she's doing it all while being fly. Like, was you fly when they was marching through downtown Chicago? And was it the Magnificent Mile when they crashed a car through the Gucci store? Was you fly that night too? Was you in the mirror getting your shit together? You put your Gucci boots on that night?
Hey, what the WNBA chick say? We deserve these reparations. If we want some Gucci, it's reparations.
Hey, yo, there you go. That's reparations, all right? When you vote for Mayor Lori Lightfoot, that's reparations.
All right, I'm playing ball. All right, here we go.
We stand up to systemic racism, fight for health care and justice for all our citizens, and use our power, our right, our responsibility. Black women, let's vote. Vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Your turn, fellas.
Okay.
Go
get
get
'em, boys.
Brothers, we've heard our sisters, our mothers, our wives and daughters cry out for equality
all across this country. And now it's our turn.
our responsibility to take our power back.
Black women vote more than black men.
And it's time we change that.
Don't give your power away.
Stop right here.
Every single vote counts.
Don't give your power away. Now think about the mind fuck that just went into this statement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black men telling other black men to vote for black feminism. Don't give your power away. Vote for these bitches. Just saying, bro. Am I the only one that's crazy? Because, like, I've been, you Bernard, I owe you a thanks because I've been on your panel making my start. I cut my teeth arguing with these crazy niggas up here. So from the time I've been arguing with niggas on your panel, I've been getting called crazy, stupid, uneducated, unread, unlearned, all the words, all the bad words, right? Now, who's really crazy, me or them niggas? That's all I want to know.
Yeah,
I just say it like this. You got Pookies making battle rap videos. You got freaking 5 and below strippers telling you to get your booty to the floor. And now the true enemy of the black manosphere, you got Maggles up here telling you to get with the strag and go vote. Come on. Who are y'all really siding with?
Political Maggles. Look at this. Old ass political Maggles. Stop it.
My head almost exploded just on that very part that you had me stop it on. Yeah, vote with feminists, but vote with black feminists to get your power back. Like that. Oh my goodness.
Listen, I'm the crazy nigga, right? I'm the crazy nigga. You just the trap house Republican. You don't know shit. Well, fuck it. I'm staying in the trap house for my Republican shit, and you go fuck with them niggas and see how it work.
Hell yeah. Make the trap say, hey.
Trap house booming. Them niggas gonna flip you over. You go fuck with them niggas.
Man, all right. It's like 10 seconds left in. I think it's about over. I'll back and we noticed when the women were talking.
Hold up, Bernard. I got one point to make, Bernard. I didn't even catch this until you just said that. Those women, if you can go back to the point, they just said, black men, now it is your turn. What they're basically saying is, we go first, we control you, we allow you to speak.
No, bro, they gave you permission. You now have permission to vote for me, okay? That's your right. I give you permission to vote for me. Don't fuck this up. Make me get the strap on.
Care and justice for all our citizens.
We see that I'm just highlighting the Black trans lives matter. Justice.
I didn't even see that.
Our citizens. That's what they said. We fight for equality and justice for all our citizens, and then they put a bunch of.
Bernard, didn't we just lose? Didn't we just lose our shit last week over here in the Black manosphere over that shit?
But they want you to fight for the Black trans lives. I want to know which one of you Black men in the chat put a one in the chat if you're willing to make the ultimate sacrifice because Black trans lives matter.
Hey, which one of y'all in the chat, one of y'all going in on us, is going to get booed up with one of these Black trans women? Put a one in the chat if you want to get booed up with one of these Black trans women.
Oh, shit.
Do it for the culture, nigga. Do it for the culture. You ain't Black. Listen, if you're not willing to date a trans and vote for Joe Biden, you ain't Black enough. Yeah, I said it. I'm taking your Black card. If you can't date a trans and vote for Joe, you're not Black enough in 2020. That's where we at with this shit. Get on board, people. We need Black trans lives.
All right. Playing ball.
And use our power, our right, our responsibility.
Black women,
Let's vote.
vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Your turn, fellas.
Okay,
We got this.
Fellas,
Brothers, we've heard our sisters,
our mothers, our wives, and daughters cry out for equality.
equality all across this country. And now it's our turn.
Our responsibility.
To take our power back.
Black women vote more than Black men.
And it's time we change that.
Don't give your power away.
Every single vote counts in this election.
Show up
Show out.
And vote
for Joe Biden
and Kamala Harris.
All right. Let me get this share off the screen. Yeah. Hold up. Wait, give me 1 second. 1 second. All right, there it goes. I had background noise that was coming from there, but yeah, man. Yeah, I got I think it's even women in the chat that see what's wrong with that one. I don't know what she's shaking her head for.
I've been trying to explain this to women for a while, like, because it occurred to me one night. I was like, damn, they really after y'all spot. Like, what do you, ladies, let me ask you a question. What do you think the ultimate end game of the transsexual movement is? Especially when they have this whole thing called like TERFs, a trans radical exclusionary feminism, meaning, listen, if you're a woman who believes in the idea of a real woman, then you're out the club now. All right. This is the movement. This is where the trans movement is going. They want to be put on par with women. And I hate to break it to you, they're starting with the Black women. That's why the Black trans lives matter, because they want to replace Black women first. So you girls gonna have to work that out, though. That's not a male issue. They're not competing to replace straight men. They're competing to replace y'all. And for the most part, men we can fight all for grown men in a dress, but y'all the ones gonna have to be alone in the bathroom with these niggas. So good luck. I wish you the best, ladies.
Shout out to Counselor Murray. He says, I can't even watch this anymore. They treat Black men like Little Johnny at the Special Olympics. Yeah. Shout out to LAR moving in the building. He said, I think both conservatives and liberals are being disingenuous victims, but conservatives have an agenda that isn't anti-family. Shout out to LAR.
Well, let's go down one more thing, because I know we're gonna have to open it up sooner or later, but I want to bring up one more thing before we open it up.
All right, Trey, did you send the link to Gary Lamb?
Yeah. I'm just waiting. I think he's working. He said give him a second.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I do want to get him up and let him have his words, and understand if he don't want to get in the gladiator pit if that ain't his thing, because I got a feeling it's gonna be some pitchforks coming out pretty soon. So I understand if he ain't trying to get in there. So I let him come up before everybody else.
Hey, anybody that wants to come with the pitchforks, I just got one question before you even start. Are you down with the Black trans movement? If you aren't, no pitchforks. Sorry. Any argument, all I'm saying is go get a Black trans woman. That's it. Before you come talk to me about my Black card, go get a Black trans woman, then come holler at me.
Hey, Zero was right. I'm just saying, Zero was right. He called this weeks ago, and he was half trolling, but he was dead serious. Listen, just go on and surrender, bro. surrender your vote, surrender your booty. Just give it all up.
Surrender your vote, sir. And y'all clowning. Gary Lamb, what's going on, man? Welcome to the show.
Pimpin', what's up? Yo, I'm sitting here like trying to put my clothes on, like, shut the fuck up. Hold on, I'm on my way. Listen, my kids in there, they're in school. I got to run to the car, man. I'm like, yo, I gotta get on this train shit. Oh my god, yo, man. Bruh. I've been saying that shit forever. Like, why in the fuck are you blacking these motherfuckers? All right, so listen, I have nothing, no ill will to transgenders. I don't.
Right.
All respect to my homosexuals, everything. No, I got nothing but respect. But are you fucking kidding me? You're going to allow them to take what type of shit? I never could understand. I'm like, all right, you do realize they're competing for your man, right? Which you can't get. You struggling to find a good man, and you want to bring them in the ranks? Why? What sense does that fucking? It doesn't make any fucking sense. And y'all, yo, man, and then y'all was talking about the nigga shit, man. Y'all motherfuckers beat me out of the fucking hood because I wasn't one of you. I wasn't like y'all, right? So y'all beat me out of the hood. So we know what the fuck we talking about when we say you guys are some bullshit. Y'all fucking assholes. Y'all fucking. I try not to say I can't stand y'all because y'all need to understand what's going on. Y'all need to see what's going on. Y'all need to be awoken. Y'all need to see that, yo, this bullshit that's out here is real. They using you. They've been using you for fucking years, and we've been trying to show you guys this. But then that's when you get into a fight with these motherfuckers because you looked at her fat ass, and I'm like, it's a fat ass. We all look at it. Why the fuck we got to fight over that shit? That's stupid. It's way more of them than us anyway. So what we fighting over them for? It's insane how y'all, the crab in the barrel mentality, man. I just wanted to get in and say some shit, but y'all stole my fucking dollar, man. Man, I was saying stop, hold on, and save something for me. Shit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, glad you came up. Man. That was wild though. That was wild when just out of nowhere when they started, when Trump saw your video, and then I saw that ad, I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, this dude then blew up out there. Ricardo Rodney in the building. DeMac the trucker said instead of black women rock is gonna be black. What the fuck is that?
Black women cock.
Oh.
Black women. Good luck, Democratic Party.
Listen, they coming with it, man. We know where this thing is going, and I'm not gonna be there at the end, bro. I'm getting off this bus now. This is not
the kid. Nah. Hey,
shit.
Y'all gonna be like, oh shit, where Trey and David at? Hey, how we gonna join them niggas now?
Don't wait till it's too late when you alone in a room with a strange giant big nigga.
Oh man.
All right, David. What else was it that you was trying to show? That you was trying to put up on the screen?
Hold on. Let me pull up the screen share one more time. And now listen, this is a little bit more serious, but I'm gonna troll the serious concept too. Cause Joe Biden, right? We all heard the story of Joe and his son and his son's many problems, socially. He's a big underachiever. So this is a picture that I hope your stream doesn't get clipped for showing this picture, because I had to pull it all the way off of fucking UK Mail. Like, American media is some pussies right now. But this is a picture.
Wait, hold on real quick. Is Zero saying my mic is too low, or I'm thinking he's saying everybody else's mic is too damn loud? My mic sound good, right? Am I coming
good? I think our mics are just on extra.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got. 16.
We got the MAGA mics going.
All right, cool.
Now,
cool.
remember, look.
Thanks, Zero.
when Trump was at the debate with Biden, right? And Trump was going in about your son. Your son owes money. Your son got kicked out of the army for all this. And Joe Biden goes, Don't you say that about my son Bo. My son Bo's a war hero. And Trump's like, what Bo? I don't know Bo. I'm talking about the other one. I'm talking about the crackhead. This is who he's talking about, okay? Look at this. This is not a doctored photo, all right? You see how the crack pipe, and I don't think it's a crack pipe because I think it's a meth pipe. I don't know if there's a difference between a crack pipe and a meth pipe, but from what I understand, he's a meth head. But I just want you to notice how delicately that meth pipe is just balanced between his two lips. And he's still asleep. Like, that takes years of meth practice to hold the pipe so delicately with your sleeping mouth. Like, you know how much meth you gotta smoke before you master that skill? Like, real shit. I don't even want to try smoking that kind of meth. I don't want to practice those life skills. You know what I'm saying? But and this is the real serious problem, right? Do you really want who's essentially gonna be the prince of our country? You know, the way Malia and Sasha, the way they were the princesses of America during the Obama administration. Well, this underachieving motherfucker is going to be the prince, all right? Do you want the future Prince of Zamunda to be asleep with hookers taking pictures of him while he's got the meth pipe balanced ever so gently in his mouth? Like, seriously, because you know this ain't a selfie, bro. You go,
hey, David, you got Maggles. Hey, you got Maggles in the chat talking about Photoshop. It's Photoshop. I'm riding with Biden.
Riding with Biden. You riding with Biden on the way to the trap house? I told you.
On the way to BW Cock.
That's why the trap house is jumping, okay? Because we know Bo. If you know Bo, your trap house is booming. That's all I'm trying to say. God damn it! I wish I would have had the plug back then. And you gotta know what's crazy about this picture. This picture probably came during the Obama administration. So while Joe Biden is out doing his whole vice president thing, Bo's in a hotel room smashing hookers, having a meth binge, passing out, letting the hookers take compromising photographs of him. And then when he wakes up from that hotel crack meth binge with the hookers, he gets on Air Force Two with his daddy to fly to China to negotiate some backroom shady Chinese deal. All right? That's what you're voting for. All right? That's exactly what you're going to vote for. The meth head, hooker banging, Chinese dealing son of a longtime 47-year crook. And just because I fucks with the type of shit that I hear every now and then, Platinum, shout out to Platinum. He comes up with a brilliant term. And I hate to get into the male-female shit. It's not really my bag, but I got to tell you, is that not the face of a bitch broken man? Look at that face. I'm just saying. Look at it. Look at it. You can read his thoughts. He's like, why the fuck do I keep nutting in hookers? Like, this is what he's thinking as she got him gripped up in the death grip with the baby in her belly, with the meal ticket in her belly. Do you want to vote for her future baby? Because remember, you know how bitches say, we're a package deal. We're a team, all right? You vote for Joe, you vote for that little boy too, or whatever, the girl, whatever, right? Look, does he look happy about this situation? Look at that man. I'm just saying, does he look like a proud father to be? What about right here? What about right here? Look, hey,
real quick. Hey, I'm gonna drop some facts for y'all in the chat. You know about good old Hunter. Hunter's the type, man. They'll love Hunter in the trap. Hunter, when Bo died, he started smashing his dead brother's wife, and he got a stripper pregnant.
Listen, bro, I told you, I got a brilliant idea for the fucking Biden campaign to clean up this mess. I was saying it before, but it's perfect. Listen, hear me out. I know I'm on the right and I'm not supposed to be helping these niggas, but fuck it. My brain is just full of ideas. This is what you do if you're Joe Biden trying to clean up this mess. Hunter Biden needs to come out as a gangster rapper. Listen, think about it. It sounds crazy. I should know. It only sounds crazy the first time I say it. Because look, Hunter Biden comes out as a gangster rapper. He drops a mixtape. He get Charlie Clips and DNA to write him some bars. He spit the bars, drop a little mixtape. He drop a couple YouTube videos. He in a strip club, throwing money around, smacking bitches on the ass. And then 2 days before the election, he has a religious conversion. He finds Jesus. Vote for Joe.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna drop something real quick because I know Gary want to get this. Now, I want you to, folks up in the chat talking about what this got to do with Joe. That's his son. Okay, Joe lied. Joe straight up said, I don't know what my son is doing. I don't have anything to do with my son's business dealings. But guess what? The crackhead left his laptop, forgot to go pick it up, And the email showed that Joe is lying. Joe straight up lied. Just like he lied to you niggas. Just like he told you niggas, you know what? I don't want my kids growing up in a racial jungle with y'all niggas kids. He straight up lied to the American people. So, but I know black people, you know, we don't believe in personal accountability. So y'all go ahead and give Joe that pass.
Yeah. Gary Lamb, you want to weigh in on this one?
I mean, all I can say is he's a nigga. I mean, look at how he moves.
Look at his face.
He's a nigga. This is how he moves. He moves like a nigga. So is it any wonder why they like his motherfucking ass? Think about it. He fucking hoes all the goddamn time. He stay in the strip joint. He stay getting fucking high. He got baby mamas every fucking where. What does that sound like?
Listen, next year Hunter Biden is gonna be as the next.
On some real, I can't. Yeah, if you really want to roll with that, I can understand actually why y'all like him, because he's like y'all. He does what y'all do. You know, y'all constantly doing some reckless shit. So I get it. I don't. That's a hard sell for me because they like that shit.
And now remember, this is crazy, bro, because Trey just brought it up. But let's think about the mind of this man that we're gonna have next to power, all right? Because he's the son of the president, all right? You don't get that much closer to power unless you're fucking him. Now, do you really want the son of your president who banging strippers, nutting in strippers? He's living his laptop full of priceless information. And he's making backroom shady deals with China. And his daddy been lying to cover him the whole time. Like, are we voting for this shit?
All right. I'm a menace. Apples don't fall far from the tree. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. Dandale says, what are your thoughts on the policy of unlimited illegal immigration and paying for their health care that the Democrats support and the detrimental effect on the black community, like job loss? Real quick, y'all can give your thoughts on that one.
I'll jump on it first. It's as simple as this. It's my family, we employ immigrants. Used to be, we used to hire Mexicans, Dominicans back in the 80s. My mom was running the business, but now my brother's running it. He hires a lot of Venezuelans. And to be straight up, these Venezuelan women, they're not illegals, because I told my brother, don't do that shit. I ain't going to jail. I ain't, going the Hunter Biden route with you. But these women work hard as fuck, and they work for minimum wage, straight up. No illegal shit. But here's the deal. A lot of people we know up there, and this is up your way, Gary. A lot of people we know up that way will hire these illegals and pay them like $2 an hour under the table, because the legal immigrants ain't going to work for $2 an hour. And black folks ain't going to do it. Damn well white folks, I don't care if they're from the trailer park. And what happens now is you have an economy that's flooded now with dirty money. And so where's that tax revenue going? Because you paying illegals, you making crazy profits, paying illegals $2 an hour under the table. So you're not paying any payroll taxes on that. You know what I'm saying? No tax roll, no taxes is coming from all that extra revenue you're gaining, because you can write extra shit off. You can, get funky with the numbers when you're paying illegals under the table. And then you can take those profits that you are getting and you can take them and basically invest them into another biz, put them in a shell corporation. You can move that money around everywhere. And in the end, it hurts black folk, because we know we ain't going to work for $2 an hour under the table. And then we can be out there like, oh man, ain't no jobs. Yeah, because all these illegals is taking the entry level jobs. And now at the same time, we'll turn around and be like, oh yeah, let's support the party of open borders. We gotta pick a side that supports us as a people if we're gonna do this together, instead of just sitting around going, oh, y'all niggas is sellouts, y'all niggas is Republican, y'all niggas is Candace Owens lovers, ABL Tatum. Come on. We gotta, if you want to look at policy, look at that one.
Right on. Let's see. Logic Sphere says the crack pipe was hanging out like a cigarette. Yeah, man, that's some funny shit. I know we had some more. We had one more. I think there might have been. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. Judge Zilla. I knew I saw something right there. He says that was a whole. That it is 2 whole sets of teeth worth of meth smoking. Thank you for the super chat, Ty City and Judgezilla. And we also got Ty City back in the building. Says Ivanka Trump is such an angel. She'd never pull a WAP move, never mind. And Trump's brother died from alcoholism, whose family is perfect. Thanks for the
No, that's fair, but I'll take that compared to the competition. My family cleaner than your family. Alcoholism beats meth addiction any day, bro. Alcoholism is downright respectable compared to meth heads.
Oh, he actually meant Melania Trump, and to what he said right there.
Yeah, she had like naked photos or semi-naked photos or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, shit. All right. I think we covered it all. Then
Yo, can I just chime in on this one?
Yeah. Go ahead. You got it.
When it comes down to illegal immigrants, I had to work moving thousands and thousands of pounds for $120 a day on a rickety truck that was leaking axle fluid, had a hole in the bottom, which in the wintertime, it's freezing. I wake up at 4 in the morning in New Jersey, and it's freezing outside. It's like 12, 13 degrees outside. I'm driving this truck, and it's almost like I have a window on my foot. The heat doesn't work. And I'm freezing in this truck for several hours. And then I got to get out there and unload this flour. I pull up in Morristown, and they just lined up by the stores. They lined up. I'm seeing people in Range Rovers, Cadillacs, freaking Teslas, just driving up, picking these immigrants up for a little bit to no money. And I'm busting my ass to take care of my family. Struggling to take care of my family. I got to work damn near 3 fucking jobs a day just to put food on the table. I'm in the shit. I see the shit. I gotta compete with this shit. So when Trump came in and he gave us all these goddamn jobs, I started seeing shit open up. It was easier to make money. It was easier to get a job. It was easier to take care of my family. I saw less and less immigrants standing on that fucking corner. Do you hear me? This is what your Biden is going to do to you again. You know, he's the reason why you motherfuckers was getting thrown in jail left and fucking right. He's the reason for that shit. Y'all want to put him back in office? Why? Are y'all thinking? Are y'all looking? Y'all just seeing what's going on here? Just stop for a second and ask yourself, what if I'm wrong? How is it going to affect my kids? Do I want to pass this shit down to them? Or do I want to just take a stand for one goddamn moment and think? That's your choice. I'm done.
I'll just say it like this, man. You know what? They'll give you 500 billy and say, oh, you got to work for it. And niggas will turn around and say, oh, that's not enough. You owe us 2 trillion and we don't want to work for it. Just give it to us. Just hand it out. Like, man, David, what was it? The chicks at Hampton University. At Hampton University, when the education secretary, Betty DeVos, came down there, gave a speech, you know, when they funded, you know, the black universities. I'm talking about educated Strags was in the comments. Graduates of Hampton University, formerly Hampton Institute, were like, just give us the money and leave, bitch. We'll take the money. We don't need anything else from you.
Wow.
The disrespect, man. Come on. They up there, they gave you free money, and this is how you act.
You know what that reminds me of, bro?
Go ahead, man.
I had like some food in my hand, like I was like taking some leftovers from somewhere, and there was a homeless dude. I walked past him, and he asked me for some money, and I wasn't about to give him no money, but I was like, "You hungry? I got a whole tray of food right here." He was like, "Nah, fuck that shit." It's like, "Oh, okay, all right, fuck you, nigga. I'm out of here." I kept it pushing. That's the entitlement attitude right there, bro. You can't really help people. You can only help them help themselves, but you really can't do shit for people. It's a bad way to go.
Yeah, so come to the point when they're like, you know what, we offering, then it's gonna be like, all right, fuck you niggas. You don't want to help yourselves. Fuck it. We'll get this money to freaking Guatemalans. We'll get this money to the Sioux Indians and shit. And then niggas be mad talking about, oh, we didn't get it. No, y'all got it, but y'all didn't want it. Y'all didn't want to work for it. You just wanted a handout. And we know goddamn well if it's a handout, niggas and by and large are gonna turn around and spend that 500 billion on J's and ain't gonna do shit with it.
Yeah. All right. We at that point. We done went 2 hours. Goddamn. So we done went 2 hours. It's time to open it up for the pitchforks. Time to open it up for the pitchforks. Let's see who's coming to play. The link is like in the chat. Oh, Gary Lamb, thank you for coming up, man. Thanks for coming up. Appreciate you coming up. That was definitely a pleasant surprise. Definitely a pleasant surprise. Pleasant surprise. I can't even talk. Oh shit! Here we come. Here we go. They coming.
Gary's good people too. It's crazy how like Trump just sort of noticed them and just sort of just one quick touch and like set up his whole YouTube career with that quick notice. Like bam, now he went from like maybe 5,000 subs to like 40 or 50. It was amazing in just a day or so.
All right,
Vladimir.
Hey, real quick, hey, Blex at the community, man. Hey, come on over, man, on Sunday night, bro. 7 p.m. on my channel, or just, hit me up at the email, man. Come over, holla, let's check us out, bro.
Good evening, Hoot Civitive, is that is? And fellow
comrade. Yes, comrade.
What it do, Sir Tice, my fasting brother?
Yeah.
Are you here to represent the commune niggas?
I already did that. I already did that last night. No, I only have a short thing that I want to say, and I want to be serious and keep this kind of focused on the topic, because that chat was getting kind of crazy. A couple of things. Have you noticed that with these political ads, when it's targeted to us, and I mean us as Black people, it rarely discusses policy. It always revolves into a shaming tactic. Yesterday, the good brother, Dr. Claude Anderson, and if any of you aren't familiar with Dr. Claude Anderson, you really need to research this brother. This brother has sat on plenty of administrations. He's one of the top economists. Powernomics, Black labor, white wealth. He's written extensively on this for years. He was on the Breakfast Club yesterday, and he said something similar to what Ice Cube mentioned, in that he said he normally stays neutral publicly, but he extended something about, hey, I gotta present to them a Black plan that's going to help Black people. And again, policy, he extended it to both parties. He said that the Democrats did not reach out to him, but Jared Kushner did, and he is in communication with Jared Kushner. For those of you who aren't aware of Jared Kushner, he is Trey or Dave. Can you help me?
He's Ivanka Trump's husband.
Not just a husband, but he sits on the board of technology for something. I'll look it up in a second. But he's presented a plan to him. Okay, now listen. You don't have to like these politicians. Okay, I generally don't. But as Dr. Claude says, you're going to have to meet with your enemies. That's how wars get settled. That's how treaties are created. Okay. So all this, you standing with this, that makes you a coon or whatever, regardless of what you think about the Democratic or Republican Party, we've been collectively voting 50 years one way, and we see the collective of the community. Let's present the ideas to these other side and let's see who's receptive to them. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm sure all the fuckery is about to happen, you not this, or Trump did denounce white supremacy, even though he did. And most people don't do their research, even though he vehemently did. But hey, I'll just stand on the side. I just wanted to make that point about Dr. Claude Anderson being on the Breakfast Club yesterday, and he's making points. Oh, he also made a point about immigration. Okay, he made a point about immigration and how detrimental this has been to Black America. One more last point. I saw a couple brothers in the topic or in the chat saying, well, I'm not voting. Hey, you don't want to vote for the president? Fine. We have a thing on the ballot here that is very tricky language, and you won't believe this, but it's, do you have to be a citizen to vote in an election? And they want to change 2 words in it. And if you don't study it, you may vote yes, you have to be a citizen, but the yes is actually changing the verbiage in the state's constitution. So the point is that there are other things on the ballot that will have a downstream effect on you. With that, I'll pass the mic.
All right, thanks. Certain individual popped up in the back chat. I'm not even gonna call out who it was, but come on back. But right now, Cam, what's going on?
What's going on, Bernard? How you guys doing?
Doing good. You got the mic, you got the flow. Go ahead.
Yeah, like like maybe a month or two ago, I was on the panel and I was saying that, blacks need to be moderate. And some of the dudes on the panel were acting like I was tripping. But now that, Ice Cube is taking a moderate stance and meeting with the quote unquote enemy, now everybody wants to applaud him. I mean, this is something that we should always look at. We should have been looking at, voting one way, voting another way without any of our demands being met is just weaponizing the enemy, period. Whether you're conservative, you're Republican, you're liberal, you're Democrat, whatever. I think that we all just need to come together, like I've been saying, be moderate, put our demands on the table. Whoever meets them, that's who we roll with. That's it. Because if we continue to get our emotions involved, get religion involved, and we're trying to just follow, we're just trying to follow, we're not even people aren't even thinking for themselves, and they're just following the group and the pack of whichever way they go. It's not going to get us anywhere. At least we need to stand firm and do just like what Ice Cube did. Let them know what we want. And when we get what we want, all right, cool. That's what we're going with. That's it. Like, if people getting their emotions involved, talking about, oh, well, Ice Cube is meeting with Donald Trump. This is crazy. That's how you get. That's business. That's how you get business done. You take emotions out of business and you get things done. That's why a lot of people are broke, because they don't know how to separate business from personal.
Hey, Cam, you just touched on something similar to what I said, and the thing is as crazy as it sounds, shout out to Zero again. Trey referenced it. Brothers are too afraid of letting these females go. Okay. Obviously not all, but they don't want to be seen as an outcast, or they don't want to be seen as a so-called coon. And it's just that simple.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's very true.
Hey, hey, Cam, the thing about being a moderate is, and even being like those liberal, magos that were on that ad David showed, or like us brothers over here on the right that are conservative. In the end, it's about brothers having free choice and brothers being able to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Absolutely.
So if brothers want to go out and support black trans women or whatever, fine, so be it. I'm just not gonna rock with you.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's the thing. You won't catch us over here talking shit about black liberals. We might clown them, but we ain't gonna freaking say, oh nigga, you ain't down with the community. Oh nigga, you ain't, you can't rock with us. Nah, whenever you want, let's do business. Let's break bread.
Because that's how things get done. That's how things get done. And when people don't want to break bread, they don't want to think with logic, and they want to be irrational and emotional, things don't get done. And that's why we got this tug of war going on.
EV Now 23, thank you for the super chat. She says, very stimulating convo, gentlemen. Hashtag Trump 2020. Thank you very much for that super chat. Appreciate that. And we got Enemy Nation in the building. What's going on?
Hey fellas, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? What's up? You got the floor, you got the mic, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say, man, there's a lot of things that have to be straightened out first before we could, actually as a people make some substantial moves where you can actually see. You have to kind of like prune the herd a little bit, you know what I mean? separate the progressives from the conservatives, so to speak. And once you do that, then they could go to their party, and the conservatives can remain in the Republican Party, because that's what the two parties are. They're essentially an ideology. And so if you they're opposing ideologies, but what comes with that ideology is also an ideology is basically how the government should be run. And when you have those ideologies, okay, so how the government should be run, whether it's, in the Democrat side, they want a concentration of power, and the Republican side wants a separation of power. And so once you figure that out, now it's a system of economics, production and control of production. Those are the two main ideologies. And as far as Black people are concerned, a certain amount of us Black people will fit in that ideology train on the Republican side, and a certain amount of Black people will fit into that ideology on the Democrat side. So, let's be clear that it's starting with the basics first, and then moving forward from there. But all this other stuff, I just I found like kind of counterproductive. You know what I mean? But shout out to you guys, man. I love what you're doing. Shout out to Hood Conservative and Trey.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thanks for that. Right on. The thing with the ideologies is kind of why, like, it's a part of what why I do what I do. And I know I troll and joke and I try to be funny about shit because, I don't want to be angry and be all stuffy about the shit. It's easy enough to be angry and miserable. People come on YouTube, they want to be entertained, they want to laugh. So I try to give people a laugh. But the ideology is really what's the problem here. If you remember, I think the last time I was on this panel, I got into it with Complex, and we were talking about, the Democrats and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And basically what I was trying to steer the conversation towards is just a general discussion about political philosophies. And I think Black people, we kind of put the cart before the horse. If we're going to talk about Black people need to come together as a collective, and then what though? Because what is our collective going to be unified around? Your skin color is not enough of an idea to keep everyone playing ball together. It's just not. We've seen it a million years. We've seen it a million times. So you need an ideology that is unifying and productive, and you can kind of maintain this indefinitely. And you don't really get that out of progressive liberal politics. You tend to get a productive, stable system from the conservative ideologies.
Anybody want to jump in after that? He was sort of responding to you, Enemy Nation. That's why I was waiting on you to respond. Anybody can go if they want to.
He made a good point. I mean, there's a difference between philosophy, ideology, and rhetoric. I think a lot of people have a problem with Trump's rhetoric, but the ideology is that of a Republican. Trump is from the Reform Party, but he ran on a populist platform. And so, if you don't know the difference between platforms, ideologies, philosophies, rhetoric, etc., then you find yourself lost. And if you don't understand it, like that old saying, Nas used to say, and I know it's older than what he said, but people hate what they don't understand. And a lot of people are walking around here angry, and all they can do is spit hate and attack people with words like stupid and crazy and ignorant, and they can't give a simplified, coherent argument of why they don't like someone. They just don't like them because they were told not to like them. And I look past all the rhetoric. I'm focused on what is Trump's ideology. Does it align with Republican values? Yes. Does it align with now when you have that ideology, you can have a philosophy that's different. The same thing with Christians. You have Methodist, Presbyterian, Baptist. Those are different philosophies, but the ideology is Christianity. You see what I'm saying? So if you're a Baptist and you meet a Presbyterian, their ideologies are going to line up where their philosophies might be different. And then you might have a preacher, say like a T.D. Jakes, where you might not like his rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, like Hood Conservative said, you know, you have to. We're doing it backwards. You know, the cart before the horse, and we have to start from the basic fundamentals. And once we can say, okay, look, there's no black movement. There's only two parties. They have a governmental structure ideology. So if you come in with, well, we're going to be black and this, and you're not talking about a government. That's what Marcus Garvey was talking about, an entire government. You see what I'm saying? Not some little small things like identity politics. You know, you have to have a government and you have to have a system, an economic system to put in place. In the terms of the United States government, it's capitalism and it's a Republican government. It's separation of powers. So if we as a black people don't have that, you know, first and foremost, we can't be talking about creating no political party. You can just join another political party.
Well, I think we kind of treading on one of the biggest criticisms of Hood Conservative and Trader NBD is that they've been accused of not talking about policies.
Policy, nigga.
Oh
policies.
man, let's not start with that again. Come on.
Policies, nigga.
Let's not start with that.
Policies. Listen. You know what? This is why I don't give a fuck about.
Oh man, here we go.
No, I'm gonna explain something to you real simple. Shout out to the homie Hood Conservative. I'm sub to him. So his alert just hit my phone a second ago. I didn't even get to watch the whole video because I'm up here with y'all right now. This is the title of Hood Conservative's latest video. Do me a favor and go check my homie out too. He be dropping way more crazy shit than I do, and he do live streams and all that. It get crazy on the panels. But Biden supports children's right to declare themselves as trans. All right, this is Joe Biden's most recent stance in the face of fucking Ice Cube and his plan to help Black America. While this whole thing is the hot topic, they think it's a good idea to drop their support of children's right to declare themselves as trans. All right, these are your choices, people. You got one party who they call racist, but is at least willing to talk to the black man who says he cares about black people, and you got the other party who wants to feed your kids to the Epstein Island.
You know,
I think.
Oh, go ahead.
All I was gonna say is that I shouldn't say all. This all stuff. I hate to get back into this communism stuff, but this stuff all goes back to communism. You demoralize people, and when you demoralize people or a collective, you can put all the data in front of them. You can put all the projections of this, of what Black wealth is, what it used to be. It will mean nothing because they don't feel part of something. And that's what happens right now. And what, you know, one thing that I don't like with the parties, what the Democrats do is they say, look at what we've given you, you know, as far as public programs, but those programs forever keep you dependent on things, you know, versus, you know, that whole give a man a fish versus teach a man to fish. So before we even get into the, we need to create our one singular party, we got to first recognize what is it that we want, you know, do we have this? And then are we of this demoralized mindset? Okay. And many are. That's why many will say, well, it don't matter, or they same two peas in the pod, which clearly isn't the case. One has a philosophy of, you know what, we don't care what you do. The other one, no, we want to regulate everything. So this stuff gets more granular, if you will. But again, I just wanted to make that point about the whole demoralizing things.
Mm-hmm. But see what I think it was Enemy Nation that was saying, you know, Trump's rhetoric, right? And Trump knows that there are blacks that have the same ideology, but his rhetoric, the way he puts it out there, it's as if he's trying to cater to one demographic. But if you really take the emotion out of it and you listen to what he's saying, yeah, the ideology, we all have, most of the brothers in here have the same ideology. It's just that the way he's bringing it to the table, it's as if he's not talking to us and he's talking to, that's if you're thinking emotionally. It's as if he's talking to the white suburban households of America. But we all want structure. We want the correct structure. We don't want this organized chaos that's going on right now. But at the same time, it's, what is he going to do for us? I don't even want to say what he's going to do for us, but what are the demands that he's going to meet for Black people? That's, so, yeah, he could put a plan out, and he could say he has a plan, but what exactly is it that, he puts there details, but I want to get to like the fine print. I want to see like the small lettering. That's what I want to see.
Cam, just let me say this one point. Yeah. I mean, for 8 years, we had a president that did everything that he could. And I wish I could have joined your previous show, Bernie. That did everything he could to belittle HBCUs, which is where our professional class comes from, our doctors, our lawyers.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. All right. Trump did, what is it? Is it 850? Trey and Dave, help me out. Is it 850 million that he allocated so that they didn't have to keep coming back?
250.
That is
250 a year.
250 a year. Thank you, sir. For 10 years, I believe.
Right. The fact that he'd extended it is actually bigger than the amount, because the problem is they would have had to keep coming back like every
yearly, which they did for 8 years.
Right. Yeah. He gave them a set run.
Yeah.
All right, we about to look at about to see the video by Hood Conservative. Well, we're gonna watch part of it. I think I skipped right to the part where Biden started talking and allegedly, Biden supports 8 and 10-year-olds right to declare themselves as trans. We about to check that out real quick to see what's up with that. But Black Wolf Inc. came through with a super chat. He says, remember at the Democratic debates, they presented a little girl as a transgender American. Oh shit, I didn't see that. That mother should have been arrested on spot. Thank you, Black Wolf Inc. for your super chat. And we about to roll this beautiful bean footage real quick.
Donate via Super Chat, Cash App, and Patreon. And as always, to be the flyest conservative in your hood, make sure you're getting that Hood Conservative merch. I am thinking about scheduling a live tonight for 8 p.m., so stay tuned.
The idea that an 8
items words for you.
The idea.
Hold on, by the way, fair use. Even though I'm sure this brother don't mind, you can drop his link if you want to.
I dropped it. I let him know.
This link already.
I let him know.
Okay, yeah. Support. I this is my first time hearing about the brother, but I'm using his shit. So yeah, go ahead and drop his link. Salute to him. All right, let's roll the footage.
The idea that an 8-year-old child or a 10-year-old child decides, I decided I want to be transgender. That's what I think I'd like to be. It'll make my life a lot easier. There should be zero discrimination. And what's happening is too many transgender women of color are being murdered. They're being murdered.
Hold on. Hold on. Y'all see the spin move there? He started talking about
the ill crossover spin move right there.
Yeah, talking about a kid being able to choose their gender, going all the way to adults being murdered. We can all agree that adults being murdered for decisions that they made about their gender is wrong. Don't lump that in with 8 and 10-year-old kids making decisions like that. That was a bullshit spin move right there. All right, let's see.
They're being murdered. I think it's up to now 17. Don't hold me to that number, but it's incredible.
17.
It's higher now. Yeah. And
listen, she's saying it's higher, but she ain't putting out a number because 17 don't sound like a lot. It don't sound like a pandemic. It don't sound like genocide like they wanted to.
Just this year. And so I promise you, there is no reason to suggest that there should be any right denied your daughter or daughters, whichever, one or two, your daughter, that your other daughter has a right to be and do. None, zero.
Now, what the? Listen, what?
All right, we just gonna stop it right there. I just want to see what Biden had to say. That's wild. That's wild. That is wild. Anybody can.
Hey man.
Hold on, wait, real quick. Dondell in the building. He says, "Hi. What are your thoughts on one of Black Lives Matter central tenets, which is a deconstruction of the traditional nuclear family?" Nope, they took that down from their website. So that's not their tenant anymore because it's. I'm just playing. But I know. But they
did really take that down though?
Yeah, they did take it down because of the bad press. Once everybody, hopped on the ass about it. But yeah,
6 years.
Yeah. And the effect on the Black community that it is already dealing with fatherlessness.
What's wrong with all embracing villages?
A rainbow village or an African village?
No, that's what they say on the site, right? Or on the now missing page,
I don't remember any African rainbow villages when I was doing Black History.
Nah, I think it was more like they were talking about like a village as a community, right?
Yeah,
and
it was mothers, children, and I'll give you a hint. It was an F word that was absent from that village.
It was mothers, children, and parents. That was it. Moms, children, and parents. Like
no fathers involved.
Let me go back to the way back.
The Rolling Stone cover, the Rolling Stone magazine cover. You ain't see no brothers up there. It was a strong Black woman and a little Black boy marching arm in arm with all the white liberals standing on the side clapping.
By pointing that out, you just hate you hate Black women pointing that out, by the way. You know that, right? You're just a hater of Black women. They stood on every struggle for you.
Fuck
How
that.
dare
They
you?
hated me first. They hated me first. I'm just playing catch up.
Oh man.
Hey, I got mad love. I got mad love for the 4%ers. The 96%, y'all can have them.
Yeah. So anybody want to comment on that Joe Biden whatever the hell that was?
Hey,
I dropped off.
Remember that?
Here's the thing.
Like,
go ahead. My bad, David.
Wife, remember that? That's what I was thinking about when Joe Biden said that shit. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husbands.
I want.
Real quick, go ahead, Trey. Trey was trying to get back in. Go
All
ahead.
right, so as far as that goes, like literally last night, like I almost threw up in my mouth. I was listening to it, and I could tell it was a white woman, and the whole bait and switch to Black trans women. It goes back to I've done a couple videos talking about how they think Black men are stupid, like the whole get your booty to the floor stuff. I made a series where it's these white liberals and the Joe Biden types, they think we're absolute complete idiots. And when we don't fit that narrative, as a moderate or a conservative, they have to play us up as the biggest enemy since the freaking Ku Klux Klan. And they have to drive the emotional freaking fire in other Black men to hate brothers on the right.
Hey Trey, I wanted to ask you a question real quick. Joe Biden said last night that he was going to decriminalize marijuana federally. So you gonna vote for Biden?
No. And here's the deal. It's bullshit. He's lying. It's a state thing. You went over that in detail last week, Enemy Nation. We are in a constitutional republic. What they can do is reschedule it at the federal level. It is still going to be up to the states to go in and draft their own marijuana laws. If they reschedule it down to the fact where it's just like alcohol, then cool. Guess what? Each state can come up with their own ABC store for liquor, because it's like that up in Ontario, Canada.
I would say something a little.
The question is the state going to follow suit? Like when a state makes a marijuana illegal, the federal government normally steps out the way. So the federal makes it legal. Will the states just say, okay, we're going to step out the way and go with federal law? That's just the question. But it's really a state to state.
Yeah, it's the process. Yeah. If you get 50 states, if you get enough states, not even all 50, but if you get enough states to push the issue, the feds will bend to the states' will.
Yeah.
But this is the thing I just realized about that whole question Enemy Nation laid out. You realize, like, that's the pedophile strategy. Get you high and then to let your guard be down. They offering niggas weed so we can vote for Joe Biden. Really? You trying to get us high and all inebriated so we can vote for you, Joe? Is this how the game works? I feel like this game is rigged. I
got a question.
It's some like Jesus juice type shit.
Yeah.
When I'm high, that's when my guard doesn't come down. That's when I'm the most paranoid. So I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what niggas see when they smoking. Outside, we all look crazy and high. I'm just saying.
Shit, I'm high here, a mouse. Like nigga trying. But yeah, what I mean, it's I find it funny that the video we just played of Joe Biden because they always jump to these black statistics, and I'm not really a conservative or a Democrat. I'm not with either party, but I do not like when they jump to black statistics and they want to point out what like how many black people are being killed or going through this. He said 17 black transsexuals were killed and said that was high, but he didn't give us nothing to compare it to. And they can just hit us with the okie doke and say, oh, well, this many black people are killed compared to everybody else, but never give us a number for everybody else. So we just sit there and think we're some type of biggest victims in the world. Well, how many white transsexuals were killed this year? I mean, anybody got the numbers on that?
Well, Archie J, you noticed
hold on,
real quick, Archie J, you noticed that happened on my show yesterday when you was on here when Sister Georgia brought up the 1 in 4 stat with black women being molested between the age of 0 through 17 or something like that, or sexually assaulted.
Right.
And I said, okay, so what's the stats for all women in this country? She had no idea.
Nobody knew.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Get us. That's how they get us. That's how they trick us.
I was gonna say, woe is me. That whole woe is me is their modus operandi.
Well, that's how you know they're trying to keep us in a victim state where we always perceive ourselves as perpetual victims. We're not looking to move forward because we're always in this victimized mode where we can't plan anything. Keep us in our emotions that way we can't think logically and strategize for the future. That's why every conversation you have with pro-blacks, it's always about the past and victimization. It's never no bright future stories they want to talk about with black people. Because we have all these numbers about what happened to us in the past, but we don't have these numbers about what happened to other people in the past.
Archer, you want to talk
for black men to adopt the hero narrative? Go ahead, I didn't want to cut you off. Go ahead, bro.
No, all I was gonna say is it's funny that Archer mentioned about how these, because I hate this term, pro-black, whatever, man. But how they love to cite the past, but then will ignore the past of what Biden signed. Oh, it doesn't matter. The past suddenly now doesn't matter, right? I'm referring to the crime bill that he.
Oh, you mean he was one of the authors too?
Yeah, but let's not see. Let's not get too personal with it. Newt Gingrich also signed that. It was a bipartisan.
Congressional Black Caucus signed it. I don't know.
Let's not act like that was not.
The point is,
I'm not finna sit here and act like one party's better than the other. Both parties are.
No one is saying that.
Conservative black people aren't any better when they sit here and say just be conservative just because.
No, that's not the reason that I brought that out. It's how people want you to look in the past in one instance, but don't look in the past when this isn't favorable in this instance. This had nothing to do with necessarily conservative.
Both of y'all. I don't see much different from the way you guys argue for conservatism from the way liberals argue for liberalism. I don't see the difference.
I made examples of some policies that were mentioned. Were you listening to that earlier on what was presented? Okay, so what is the Democratic presented? What have the Democrats presented that's comparable?
I really don't care. That's the whole point. That's why I don't see the damn difference.
So then why are you on the fucking panel?
See, this is the point.
Whoa! No, don't ask him why you're on the panel. He can
because he says he doesn't care. So
Stop. Everybody stop. Hold on. Everybody stop. He cannot care about that aspect of the conversation where you're taking it. In general, he do got something. He do care about the general conversation.
I care about black people's health and black people's well-being in America, but I don't think I see both the Democrats and the liberal and the conservatives. I see both groups of black people jumping behind one set of daddy, either it's a conservative daddy or the liberal daddy, and saying this daddy's going to do a better job of saving me. I don't see most black people doing much to save ourselves. I don't care what Joe Biden says he's going to do for you, and I don't care what Donald Trump says he's going to do for you.
That's
Both
what
of you
that's
guys
what I
are
was
asking
saying.
somebody else to do something for you and not setting up your own agenda to do for yourselves.
Yeah,
All right,
that's what I was
now,
saying
hold
earlier.
on. No,
That's what I was saying earlier.
wait, real
About,
quick. Whoa, hold on. One of the flaws in that, though, Archer, is that you do not hear black conservatives saying or talking about this politician is going to do this for me. They're basically saying the problem is that black people are expecting people to do, or expecting the government to do so much, to hand out so much, to give so much, or to have this program or that program. Black conservatives are typically talking about it's a free country, it's an open market, roll your sleeves up and get the job done. So that's the defining difference. I don't hear black conservatives saying that they're going to go out and do this and do that. That's why only time it sounds like that, because some of them just get too cheerleader, and I'm not trying to take it back to the "Make America Great Again" hat, buy 100% in on everything and all of that. But I do understand that some of them, there's the I'm not trying to drop the names of, like, the Brandon Tatums. I mean, there's some that just talk like Republicans can do no wrong. That's where it gets goofy to me. But for the most part, most black conservatives are basically just saying, look, this is a free country. We can roll our sleeves up and get it in and get this shit figured out ourselves. That's what most black conservatives are saying.
yeah, but at the same time, though, but a lot of times when someone says that they don't agree with everything that a black conservative does, there's always this like this resistance or this pushback. And to what Archer was saying, like, I get what you mean by you don't care by whatever Trump or Biden says. I understand that. And that's why I was saying before that I think that we should just all be moderate and stand firm. And then, we go with whoever's willing to work with us. Versus
that's what I feel like Cube is doing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
And you could be in this space, and this is when black people will truly get it, that it's okay to be on the Brandon Tatum side, and it's okay to be all the way on the other side to be a Roland Martin. It's okay. We can choose. And if we go, because here's at the end of the day, those white politicians in Congress, they may beef back and forth on C-SPAN, but they're going to have drinks with each other at the end of the day. They chopping it up. Their kids are having play dates. They're going to get pizza all together for lunch while we back up here arguing with each other over policy and shit.
Listen, I've witnessed that personally, like going to see my boy over in Georgetown where he was doing an internship. And he's pointing out dudes like, oh, well, that guy's a Republican, that guy's a Democrat, that guy's this, that. And I'm looking, and these guys are just chumping it up, sitting over beers at the bar. And I'm like, hold on. Weren't you guys just on TV just arguing about, this policy and that policy? Like, it's all a game at the end of the day. And they're on the same team. Like, I always say this, like, they're the same gang, just repping different sets. That's all it is.
Well, at the end of the day, they're Team America. And I mean, at the end of the day, they all have the same goal in mind, and that's to make America as best as it can be. Now, when it comes to black people, we're not even arguing policies. We spend most of our time arguing about which daddy has the best personality.
Listen, that's that right there. I've been trying to get into this point for a second now because you just laid it out again. There's been the entire reason why like black conservatives get a bad rap is because there's been a constant like media attack against the black conservative male voice. And I realized that this argument isn't really going to be won on facts and figures and logical, consistent points. You know what? Do what the left's been doing to the right. Troll them. Make people laugh at them. The same way black conservatives, the same way Carlton is the butt of jokes when he's standing next to Will. Make the left the butt of the jokes. All right. Everybody start laughing at how Joe Biden wants us to vote for him and his crack pipe son. Everybody should start laughing about how Obama is a really, really big fan of hot dogs. I don't know why. He loves hot dogs like a motherfucker. It's strange.
That personality's coming back. We're sitting there arguing. We're black people and we're arguing about white people's personality. Like, if you want to win, if you're on the right or if you're on the left, if you want to win over the black vote, be effective.
Yeah, I agree.
Give us the policies that show results in our communities. I don't give a fuck who Joe Biden's son was, what his son was smoking. I don't care about who Donald Trump was sleeping with. None of that. All that's personality. It's irrelevant. Has nothing to do with the black American community. That's their personalities. And I'm not going to sit here and argue over white daddy's personality.
I'm going to give you the same advice I gave little Big Nate. This ain't Cambridge. This is Wakanda.
Hey, here's the thing. I know this whole stream was based on, myself and David, what we do over on the hood conservative side. We got Gary Lamb, hood conservative, Uriah, hood politics. And here's the deal. We just a bunch of dudes, that come over there. We just have fun. We do videos, we do live streams, we chop it up in the back, and we troll and we have fun. We'll hit each other. Hey, there's a hate stream being made about us. We'll go chop it up, and we'll be sitting there laughing, texting each other back and forth. And then we'll go do a stream and we'll laugh it up. We don't argue and beef. We just sit there and have fun. Because, Tim Pool said it best. Hey, real quick, Tim Pool said it best. The left can't meme, meaning the left can't troll us.
All right. We got Ty City in the building. Go ahead. You got the flow. You got the mic. Fire away.
I need a black.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh, yeah, you good.
So, yeah, this the whole bullshit, right? Because motherfuckers just are so fucking lopsided. They don't even understand where they contradict themselves. The first blatant one, like these niggas did it the whole stream so far, is just put LGBTQ stuff on the left. And I just my question is, what is the right doing to remove LGBT power or whatever?
They're not. The LGBTQ is just accepted on the right. Shout out to Brandon Strack and the Walkaway campaign. You got over 400,000. You got over 400,000 community members on the right.
So y'all accept this shit then?
Here's the thing: you can be whatever you want on the right.
Because y'all was just over here trying to pawn them off on everybody else, but now you accept them, right?
It's acceptance versus the hate. Just like the thing is, like I said before, we don't hate. Look at City. Me and David. Hold up, Ty City.
Hold on. Let me hear you explain this.
You got beef with us. We don't have beef with you, and that's the thing.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, Trey.
Let me finish. I'm not gonna get into specifics. You got beef with us. We don't have any beef with you. We're like, me and David are like, what the deal is, man? Yo, come to the table. Let's chop it up.
Hold on, wait, time out.
I didn't even know that type of stuff.
Ty City, he did come to the table and just chop it up on the notion that the left is the problem when it came to the gay and LGBTQRS, and he's saying the right. He's saying the right is with it too. So he didn't even come about the personal hood conservative shit, and I'm glad he didn't. He kept it on the talking points. So go ahead.
Let me actually take a stab at that, because you're right in your general take on it. The right is not.
Let me polish it up real quick, because see, I don't want to be with the group that's for it, and I don't want to be with the group that's not willing to do nothing about it either.
Well, listen, I accept that, and that's actually a fair point, because the right, as it stands right now, they're not really going to give a lot of serious pushback against the LGBT movement, and frankly, they don't have the political capital. And this is the case I've been making about the black male vote and the power of the black male vote. If a white man gets up and says anything about this gay LGBT movement, is too easy. The bullets are already in the chamber for him. They're going to call him a homophobe and a transphobe and all kind of isms and ists and shit like that. And so when you get a black man, when you get a bunch of dudes from the hood, a bunch of blue collar black men with dirt under their fingernails and real world experience, and it's like, look, stop pushing this gay shit on us. You can do two things with that. One, now you have a credible image to stand up. There's going to be hard for them to attack the black male image the way they push back against the white men. And then two, we can hit them back. Why are you being racist, right? When the liberals attack black men for not liking homosexuality, we can point out that the liberals are being racist and they want to pimp black men and bend black men over. We can now play the game and fight fire with fire. You calling us misogynist? Well, you're a white racist. Fuck you. Get off my porch.
Right. So I'm not seeing it on the right.
No, you're not. But this is the movement that we have to make. But
that's what I'm saying. Therefore, we can't just be like, yo, either you with us or you with the LGBTQ. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying? The other thing that rubbed me the wrong way with this shit is...
Wait, before you go too far to the next point, think about this. one side is actively pushing the shit down your throat, and the other side is like, I'm not trying to make enemies out of gay people. Like, those are two completely different stances.
Well,
yeah, and it's like,
I don't see nothing wrong with making. I don't see nothing wrong with making enemies out of gay people.
It's not.
And one thing, here's the thing with gay people. David made a perfect analogy about this. When you said, David, that if you needed a lawyer and you got the best lawyer in town, he about to get you off some hard time. Then all of a sudden, right before you going into sentencing, you find out he's gay. Are you gonna find that lawyer on the spot when this man's about to turn your 30-year bid into a freaking six months of probation? Hell no. You just like, okay, get in where you fit in. I don't support your lifestyle, but hey, just get in where you fit in and square me away on this sentence.
Right. So that lifestyle is damn near a quasi-political fashion now.
It is, but it's mostly a leftist political fashion. Like
that's why I say it's okay to see them as an enemy.
I don't totally disagree with you. I don't see them as an enemy. I see them as a political opposition, but an enemy is a little too far down to, like, it's not a personal thing at that level. And I would like, if you noticed the group a few months ago, what was that guy named Nick Fuentes? Somebody's got crazy background static, but there was a guy, Nick Fuentes, and he had a group called the Groypers. It was young white kids, some Catholic, and he's doing his own little Catholic, culture war movement. And they met up with that group that's behind Candace Owens. What's the name of the group behind Candace Owens? That white guy with Charles? No, not Brexit. There's a group behind Brexit that's making that. That's kind of
Turning Point USA.
Turning Point USA. So Turning Point USA comes to do a meeting, and it's like, a college meeting, doing a conservative outreach. And so Nick Fuentes and all his little crowd of people show up to ask questions. And who do they bring on stage to represent the conservative movement? A black gay man. I forget the guy's name. You might have seen him on YouTube ads, but he's a black gay man. He's like he's like a vet or whatever. He's serving.
Bob Smith.
Maybe that's his name, right? So
Bob Smith.
On stage, the young white kids on the new conservative movement. These are like, college age white conservative kids. They asked the dude flat out, "What does your homosexuality have to do with the conservative movement?" And then specifically, how does your sexuality benefit the conservative movement? Which is the same kind of argument I made about, woke progressive and homosexuality having nothing to do with the conversations in the manosphere. Like, I totally understand the criticism, and I think it's something that the new wave of conservatives are going to have to fight. That's going to be the fight for the next group of people to pick up.
Well, they just going to have to say that they're okay with it.
Either or.
I think it's a possibility that they may bend to the point where they might either say they okay with it or just shut the fuck up about it. I think it might go there. I didn't pay attention to that or notice that until now. But if it get to the point, like, for example, I always talk about the example how even Obama was against it until the country got to the point where the country was 51% against gay marriage and then 49% for it. When it get to the point to where the people that are in favor of whatever the LGBTQ agenda is, when that get to the point to where the country is trending towards 65% for it, yeah, Republican politicians just going to either have to say, "Hey, we with it too," or just shut up about it. That's a possibility.
I'll put it like this, Bernard. I'm a 420 conservative, and with that, I get all kinds of messages and stuff saying, "Hey, Trey, I can't rock with you on the 420 stuff, but I support your message. Yeah, that whole 420 stuff, it goes against my religion. It goes against this, but I like your message, Trey." And I look at it as the same way with, the homosexual conservatives, the whole walkaway campaign. Like, look, y'all do you. Keep your whole, homosexual ideology over there. Don't invade my privacy with it. And that's kind of the conservative take. I'll take your American, your patriotism, your business acumen all day long, but keep your gay stuff over there. Just like I keep my 420 stuff away from, the larger conservative movement. I don't push it. If I'm doing a 420 stream, I'll freaking say it right from jump. Hey, if you want to leave now, we're going to be talking about weed. We're going to be smoking weed and talking about weed. So you might want to leave now.
And then before we move off this topic, and this is something I was bringing up a week or so ago. I think I was on Teapot's channel. the black male political agenda has to be about nuclear patriarchal families. That is a twofer, all right? You address the family issue and you quietly give a nudge to the gay issue by saying the real families are straight patriarchal families, all right? We need to actually play this game without, just jumping out there like crazy people saying, oh, kill all the fags. Like, no, we can't play that game. We have to just promote the issues that are going to sell. And what issue will sell is Black men leading their families and breaking away from the liberal chaos. This is how I think you can address that whole issue without really,
Can I respond to that? How do you legislate that? Because that seems more like a cultural issue than a political one. How do you legislate black families?
I was going to say the same thing.
Tax breaks for newlyweds.
But here's another issue though. We don't
It's beyond tax breaks.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. You said tax breaks for newlyweds. Somebody else said something else. One at a time. Cam, did you say you threw a suggestion out there? Was that you?
I was about to say I didn't say any of that, but what I was trying to say was that, but we don't even hear anybody on either side talking about that. Like that's another problem, right? Like we don't hear Republicans, we don't hear Democrats, we don't hear anybody trying to. That's only amongst us black men that are talking about trying to make the black family a nuclear family. We don't hear anybody else echoing the same sentiments that we do.
Because nobody else is on our agenda. Everybody else is on theirs, and we're talking about jumping into other people's agenda and asking them what they can do for us, rather than having our own agenda.
It's because government cannot legislate that. That has to come within the internal context.
No, but it has nothing to do with legislating, though. It's all about trying to push a narrative.
It's a little of both.
But that's not policy. We're talking about, this is the problem with black people. We love narratives. We love personalities. We love everything else but fucking policies that actually do something. We're talking about policies. We're talking about economics. We're talking about that shit. That has nothing to do with, we have to
here's the problem with black folks, Archer.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on real quick. I understand that. And I'm not saying that we just need to run off of a narrative. That's not what I'm saying. Before policy comes a narrative. Somebody has to put it out there first in order for it to become policy.
Right.
Well, it's like a dead end job if your narrative is not.
I'm not saying that it's not. I'm not saying for us to do something that's not legislatable, but the narrative has to start, and then when the narrative starts and it continues, then there are certain policies that are put in place to help push that. But what I'm saying is it all starts with narrative. But what I'm also saying is we're not hearing from either side. If no one talks about it, then policies can't be created.
Let me jump in. We're not hearing it from either side because we're asking either side what they're going to do for us. We're not.
I can't hear you. Say that again.
For ourselves. It's not being talked about from either side because that's our issue. And we're asking both sides what they're going to do for us, expecting them to understand our full issues rather than telling them what we want done and then saying, are you supporting?
All right, hold on. Go ahead, David Monroe.
Let me just make this quick point.
Let other people talk, man.
Rael, you got to do something with your mic. It sounds funny. It sounds real funny.
Go
ahead.
Ask you guys, has anyone seen Kanye's new political ad? I think he just released his first ever campaign ad 3 or 4 days ago, and it kind of touches on what you guys are talking about. To sort of meet both of your points in the middle, yes, you do need legislation that supports the nuclear family and the patriarchal setup, but you won't get that until people on the ground form enough of like a groundswell of desire for this. You have to have enough people who can drag their political leaders in that direction. And that's kind of the problem here. So when you look at Kanye's new ad and he talks about rebuilding families, he talks about being, guided by faith. I'm not really into the religion, but it sells and it's a unifying idea. This is what you need. You need a politician who's actually going to embody the language, and then the politics will follow behind them.
Hey,
real quick to Gabe A's points. He says dudes here don't want black nuclear families. They want SYSBM pump and dump and diss baby mothers while being baby fathers. This ain't the place for that. Maybe I know you're familiar with my channel. I know you saw my intro. The last thing that I put on my 5-minute long intro was patriarchal families, and it was a visual of a black man with his black family. So everybody is not with that.
Yeah.
You know, if they was talking about black patriarchal families on Ramil's channel, yeah, you would have a good point. If they was talking about that on Mad Bus Driver's channel, you would have a good point.
No, we do. Hold up. Tenet number 4. I believe it's number 14. Patriarchal families. The only way. We ain't down for the community shit. That's the problem. And Gabe, don't try to freaking troll, bro, or freaking gaslight. SYSBM is straight up about daggone nuclear families. The only thing we don't believe in is getting with strags of any culture.
I was going to say that too. That's what SYSBM is all about.
And
you can't be
really trolling, or do he just do we really just have that narrow of a view of the black manosphere? Like it's just all just pumping, dumping, impregnating women and then leaving them body. Like, come on, man. Nobody, even the pump and dump squad is saying strap up, don't get these chicks pregnant. Like nobody is like
exactly.
Like, come on.
Exactly. And I want to just say one point real quick, Bernard, then I got to dip for a second. And just to respond to Archer, like Archer, you my boy and all, but we all aren't the same. You kept saying we, us, our agenda. It's not the same. My agenda as an entrepreneur in the cannabis industry is not going to be the same as somebody that's a Wall Street executive, a black man. What we need policy-wise is going to be different. I can't just say I'm down with the black agenda. Because I know when I go into black communities, I catch hell about that reefer. Oh, you in this business? I can't deal with that. You know, just like my agenda isn't the one we were talking about, the homosexual agenda. That damn sure ain't mine. So we all got to look at different things. That's why I said before, I have no vitriol towards magos who want to be down with the strag. I might troll them, but their agenda isn't mine.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but you said something that the black agenda. We may not have the same agenda, but I don't believe black people have one. So I kind of what you said was a mute point because your agenda is your agenda, but the black community as a whole doesn't.
We're saying the same thing. That's what I said.
Agenda. Exactly. Our agenda is either the Republicans' agenda or the conservative or the Democrats' agenda. It's not really technically ours.
It's yours.
And that's
You have your own agenda. And that's what I would love for all black men to adopt, their own agenda and do what's best for them and get out the hive mind, because that's exactly what the strags want you to do.
That's
all right. War Master 7. Yeah, go ahead.
Because I wanted to jump right in with what he was saying. Shout out to you, War Master 7. Thanks for the $5 super chat. To fix the family, abolish child support, alimony, welfare, and any advantage given to someone based on their skin color / gender. Now, I didn't go far enough when I was talking about tax breaks for married couples, and Zero was right. That's not enough. But this is the kind of policy set we need to work on. And again, if black men are talking about unifying on a political message, we can count black women out of the party. So whatever their interest and input is, fuck them for the moment. Now, as far as black men, if you put that previous super chat back up, those are the issues that will unify a majority of black men. And not just black men. This is the beauty of not being ideologically motivated by your skin color, okay? Because abolish child support, fix the family, alimony, welfare, and then taking away, gender color advantages, that's going to sell to all men, period. And this is a message that you can sell. You can package it up in a lot of ways and sell it to a lot of different people, and we'll all be on board with fixing our families. And we don't have to live together. We don't have to be in the same neighborhoods. We just meet each other out in the public square and go about our business, but we go home and get our lives together. And that's really a message that can sell across the board.
All right, and Gabe, I think we already went over this when you say that not all argument doesn't apply here. You might promote nuclear families here, Bernard, but this space doesn't. I already said before, if you even take who's considered to be the 3 founders of this black manosphere space, Obsidian, Angry Man, O'Shea. Obsidian, even though he's not married, I know y'all gonna counter argument that, but he talks a shitload about strong black families. Angry Man is into traditional, even if he ain't talking about a state-sanctioned marriage. I think he is. I think he's okay with that. I'm not 100% sure, but he definitely talk about long-term relationships, traditional families. He talks a great deal about that. O'Shea is pro-marriage to black women. And Kevin Samuels, who's blowing up in this space, got the most popular channel in this space. I know some people say he's not in this space no more, but that's another debate. He's talking about marriage and black families, and that's what he's talking about. So you can't just pin it down like that and just reduce it all down to pump and dump rhetoric and dating coach rhetoric.
Yeah,
That's a sector of it. That's a factor in the equation.
It's
But that's all it is.
It's every person's job to filter the crap. So you just because you see a lot of crap doesn't mean that that's the whole space is pushing that. Like, yeah, okay, you might have a lot of guys that say pump and dump, but just because a lot of guys are saying pump and dump doesn't mean that that's what the space was created for, and the space pushes that. Because you got other men, just like what you said, Bernard, that are speaking about the black nuclear family. So you can't say that it's the space. No, you can't say that. It's all about what you decide that you create the space.
Yeah, but even the people who talk about pump and dump, they never say they're against marriage as a concept or as something you should never want to do. What they talk about is the current environment, and this environment is not conducive to getting married or being with a woman for a long period of time. It's like saying, okay, I want to buy a house, but it's not really a buyer's market. And this current environment is not the best time to buy a house. And this current environment is not the best time to get married because of the mentality of our culture and our women. But black men as a whole are the most traditional group of men. And you will find that a lot in this
But you can't tell the black women that, though. They'll never believe that. That's
the problem.
Because black women are not traditional and they want to be victims. They just want to be victims.
That's
a lot of what Gabe is saying kind of goes off of what the black women narrative. The black men are the ones who are not doing this stuff. The black men are leaving the families. The black men don't want to get married. Every black woman that's even in this space can tell you a story about how she's been proposed to by at least 3 or 4 different black men. Like, black men believe in marriage. There's just a lot of men out in this space right now that's saying, look, this is not the group of women you want to marry. This is not the group of women you want to deal with. Yes, having a family, getting married, that is ideal. But the ideal does not always match.
Hey, Archer, question for you. When you, of all the big SYSBM dudes up here, how many of them are out here are single? How many are single? Yeah, I'm telling you, and none of us are with 96%ers. It's that simple.
Hey, let me say something real quick. I'm out
real quick response to Gabe A. He said none of the people that I mentioned are married or in a black nuclear family. Well, I was married. Angry Man was married. Kevin Samuel's been married twice. So there's
I was in a black nuclear family, and hell to the no will I ever do that shit again with a 96%er. Fuck no.
I think Gabe is just telling us to keep marrying
Obsidian is in a 11-year relationship. So there's that to a black woman, and I think Angry Man's woman or wife. I think fiance is probably the right term. I think
she's black and Puerto Rican. He said.
Okay, yeah, there it is. I didn't know I was wrecking my brain trying to remember. I didn't want to misrepresent the situation, but yeah, there's that. So we all right. Gary Lamb in the building again. He says, I hate to say I agree. Ladies, this convo should be men right now, but we coming with something for you. Thank you, Gary Lamb. I think I missed somebody else's super chat. No, I didn't, or did I? Oh no, and the last one was Gabe A. Trolling ass. All right. Right, Ryo. I don't even know if you ever even got to say something yet, but go ahead. You got it, and then we can go. Oh shit, Ty City. Oh yeah, we're gonna go to Ty City after Rael.
I said I go up to Ty City.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Hey, y'all go easy on the timing out. Now I hope y'all ain't clowning. I think Bluff. Every time I look down, I see Blexy getting timed out. Quit timing him out for no reason. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, earlier somebody said something about Clyde Anderson. I don't know if he's still on the panel or not.
Yeah, he did come up though.
Yeah, right. So that was put together by Kanye West actually, through Jared Kushner, and that's another person who people will throw under the bus on some coon shit, but his ability to get things done and end up in places where you would never think he'd be is like one of his strong suits that people should actually get behind. Hello?
Yeah, we hear you. I was looking at the chat. They can respond to what you said. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
I'm trying to block somebody.
So when it comes to like giving pushback on both sides, that's just something that has to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's not just, oh, you leave the plantation and then you end up over here where everything heavenly and shit. That's not how it works. And to push back on things like, you know what I'm saying, the LGBTQ, you know, like like for instance, we sit up here, we talk about the Proud Boys, it'd be like, they not racist. They even got gay people in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's this acceptance when there's convenience of LGBTQ, right? And then otherwise you're for it and you're damn near in it.
Whoa,
that's a tough line.
You said damn
That's
near
a reach
in it?
right there, man.
No,
Hold
that's
on.
a tough line to walk because listen, and I feel a certain kind of like affinity for that argument because here's the thing, the more okay you are with it, you're essentially encouraging it, and so if it doesn't come a point where you're just like, all right, this is the line, no gay stuff, no further than this, you're only allowed to be like level 7 gay, anything level 8 higher, it's kind of like you're fucking up the program. Like, but there's no clear way to draw that line, and it's a tough problem because like most straight guys,
the line has already been crossed already.
Well, facts.
Yeah, it's just like I just don't want to know. And I know a lot of conservative men have said it. They just don't want to know. Like, just keep that shit to yourself. When I talk to dudes about it, they're just like, man, I just don't want to know. Like, man, I know I served with hundreds of gay dudes over 21 years. And only about 2 of them actually came out in 21 years and said they gay. But man, I was with a whole platoon in the 82nd, and these dudes would be naked wrestling with each other.
Politically, they're not your ally.
That's the reality I think we need to accept generally.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Not every gay person, but basically the gay movement is not an ally to the conservative movement at all. That's not a really crazy statement.
And here's the thing I noticed though within the gay community, they're beefing with each other just like we are. You got gays on the left and gays on the right beefing with each other, and I'm just like, I'm gonna stand back. I want no parts of this shit. I'm not gonna troll it because the minute I troll them, that's it. My channel's done.
Listen, this is my take on that. The gays on the right know they wrong and can't help themselves, and the gays on the left don't give a fuck and they won't help themselves.
Yeah, let me say this.
I'm for actually taking away whatever power and shit that they actually gained over the years. That's where I'm at with the shit.
No, let me say this. First of all, we have to recognize that from a family perspective, Black men have always been pro-family. Post-slavery, anytime there were, as far as like shotgun marriages, stepdaddy roles, Black men have always shown the capacity and the propensity to be family-oriented. This talk about, and it's very dangerous, and Black men have to be very careful because what's happening is that there are women who are trying to slide back into marriage, not for family purposes, but to be saved. And so what they will try to do is try to make the narrative that Black men are anti-family. And then they'll slide back in, not having changed who they are, but still being able to say things good enough to get Black men to marry them while being the ones who are promulgated up as the ones who repaired the Black family. So we better be very careful about how we talk about this we and us, because if they're not talking about Black male headship of the family, if they're not espousing those specific words, they're not talking about a Black family. They're still talking about a gynocratic setup, and none of us want that.
Yeah, see, you just spoke a lot of truth right there because a lot of women want to be married, but they don't want to be wives.
All right, we got SKC in the building. What's going on?
Hey, yeah, I just wanted to respond to what Todd was saying earlier about the whole thing about with the Rainbow Coalition. Back in World War II, Todd, could the Americans have won that without the Russians' help?
Oh man, don't do this, SKC. I know where you're going.
wait, what did you say? Say that again. I didn't hear you.
I said back in World War II, could the Americans have won without Russia's help.
Okay, the answer is no. Now go where, take it where you're going.
And Todd knows where I'm going.
I don't. So just explain it for those that don't know.
SKC trying to say we need the gay people.
Well, no, it's not a whole thing of that. It's a thing of at certain points, it has nothing to do with individuals saying, I agree with your way of life and your way of doing things. America never agreed with how Russia ran things or anything. But when they were confronted with an existential threat, they understood that at a particular time, hey, yeah, I need you to go ahead and do your thing so we can get rid of this bigger threat.
So what's the bigger threat that Republicans need gay people to help them get rid of?
So when people bring up this argument and they say, hey man, well, you're saying that you accept these people and such and such? It's like, no, it has nothing to do with that. The people are basically stating that I understand that there's a much bigger fish to fry right now. That doesn't mean that I automatically agree with what this person is doing over here, but as so far as they're being an ally to me and being able to help defeat this larger battle, I'm cool with that. But we'll handle this other stuff later.
Hold on, what's the larger battle?
Yeah.
Actually, the Americans could have won World War II without the Russians, but you know.
All right, yeah, let's just take that as let's just say that they needed them.
Yeah,
for the sake of his argument.
What is the battle that
you said there's a larger
Americans
battle.
had the atom bomb, man. Come on.
Wait, stop. Not about to take that.
Getting lost in the weeds.
I'm trying to, okay. So
Well,
you're saying,
see, SKC, I could say that the reverse has already been happening to us. That we've been playing Russia to them, and they've been piggybacking off of everything that we've been able to get through civil rights and everything else.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Wait, but hold on. Let's find out what SKC.
SKC is saying that Republicans need gay people to help them win some bigger battle. That need to be allies to take on some bigger enemy. Who's the bigger enemy? What's the bigger battle that Republicans need gay people to win?
Well, I wasn't tackling it from the whole thought of Republicans. I was saying so far as black men who are wanting to see something different for themselves. And if they are actually on this whole thing of that's what they want to happen. They want to bring some type of balance to the force right now. It's like you can't do that in a full sweep. You're going to have to do that within stages of work.
And here's the perspective.
You can't just automatically say, oh no, if this is part of the steps, then I'm just not in. It's like, no, you're gonna have to make some type of concessions along the way. That's just how things work.
I'll go back to my point real quick.
Trey, hold on, Trey. Okay, SKC. When that happened when Obama was in office, because we already got the proof already. When that happened when Obama was in office, and they got their marriage, and they got their transgender stuff in the military and all that type of stuff. When it came time for Kevin Hart to host those Oscars, what was their response to him?
Nigga about got canceled.
Right. As soon as see, here's the thing. The issue with because I tell people all the time, marriage was something that was for heterosexual people. It was never conceived of as something between same-sex people. I don't care what anybody says. Now, what I'm saying is that as soon as these people, because see, the issue with the gays is very simple. They want to be equated on the same level, culturally, socially, with straight people. It's not about the marriage. It's not about the gay marriage. That's not the issue. They want to be perceived as being on the same level. And when they got on the same level culturally and socially with straight people, guess who they attacked? They attacked Kevin Hart for saying basically he didn't want his son to be gay.
Okay, now let me add on to that. And that's why I said there's a battle with them as well between the left and the right. And when it comes to those folks.
You're Morgan.
You're going in and out.
I thought he was about to catch it.
Yeah, he got that Morgan Freeman going on.
But no, you're a nice guy, but no, I see you over there struggling with that.
God damn, dog.
Yeah,
Yo,
but Ty, all I'm saying is that it's like if the other side of the of all of this were able to use that group as a weapon,
we can't.
Then black men have to be smart enough to do the same thing.
Yeah, but we can't.
I'll take that argument for this case, but then you can't say, yo, either you with us or you with that group. Meanwhile, both sides are with the groups. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I get you on that argument, but I would like to tweak that argument just a little bit. I think it was probably stated in a way that's a bit confusing when people say, "Oh, well, you on that side, you with them." No, I think the argument more or less is no, you're on that side with those individuals being used as a weapon against black men.
SKC.
That's how they use these individuals as weapons against black men. Period.
SKC. Have you ever been pro-black?
So some super short moment in life. It was like a blip.
Okay. And I'm asking this for a specific reason. I was pro-black for 6 years. Early 2000s. Now, when they were accepted, because I saw the transformation. When they were accepted, many of the pro-black talking points changed to let's accept everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And there was a guy who actually did. He had videos and lectures against irritated genie. He broke this down beautifully to the point that the face of Afrocentricity started becoming homosexual. It went from pro-black man and woman to same-sex relationships, and I witnessed this for myself. I never forget this when I was in college. It was these lesbian chicks. We was at this restaurant, and it was this one chick. She was raised Muslim too, and one of the chicks asked her, "Can you let one of the girls want to know? Can you let her feed you a piece of cake?" And she did it, and from that moment, man, she took a turn for the worse. So y'all might not think based on the sexuality that it can be compromising, but just ask yourself this question: has masculine women compromised the black family and the group? Of course they have.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Ra. I mean, I don't see it as a thing of any. I don't see it as any benefit whatsoever. The only thing that I'm saying is if people want to go on this whole political thing, you have to know how the game is played. The rules and everything have already been set. The stage is already set. There's no black group that has the power to be able to come and just flip the table over. No, you have to sit down and you got to play the game like everybody else.
How about most black men just get canceled?
Yeah, because
they canceled Ice Cube. Cancel me too. Fuck it. Snoop should have let himself get canceled. Snoop tried to uncancel himself, and he lost a lot of points for that shit.
But you have to remember what happened with the whole LGBTQ situation, right? Like, remember BET had a whole special talking about is being gay the new black? No, it's not. So where in the world is this coming from?
Cancel me, nigga. Fuck it.
But they did. But what was that? The Root did have an article saying that heterosexual black men are the new white supremacists.
Look, gay is the new black.
But do you really believe that,
black men are the new white, bro. Just cancel us.
Yeah, just cancel us.
Cancel us. Let's
really that's what I'm at with the shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm all the way against the shit. Go that way. That's
this is right. You're not gonna lose me on that argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a new one on me. I didn't even realize Republicans was straddling the fence with the gay shit. I
He
didn't know.
dead right. He dead right. They have an issue, and this is what I'm saying. Like because the way Ty laid out the argument, it basically works. And so to counteract that argument, this is why I kind of say black men have far more political capital than we know. Because can they really cancel all the blue collar black men? Can you cancel all the pookies? When they talk about trans men get beat up? Oh, they die at a high rate. To give a little bit of credence to that argument, you know what that is, right? They run a game on a motherfucker, and then motherfucker found out there was some sausage down there where it wasn't supposed to be,
and they get cracked and rolled out.
Yeah. So you really gonna cancel him too? No, put all that shit on blast. You want to cancel every straight black man? Fuck it, cancel them all.
Well, let me say this before I leave, man. Last night I did an excellent breakdown of P. Diddy. And he said that white men like Trump need to be vanished and that there will be a race war when he get reelected. And he's also advocating for female leadership all throughout the whole shit. And it was crazy as shit. So I did that stream last night. Y'all go check that out after this. And I got to get back to this assignment, man. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
All right, peace, bro.
And that's what he just said.
Peace,
See, I didn't even know that, but what he just said right there, that's one of the arguments why, black men do need to be walking away from the liberal shit. You got a damn near billionaire, a powerful billionaire black man talking about the need for female leadership.
And look, we know Puffy already. That nigga greased up in a shiny suit telling a little nigga to take that. Like, Puffy is not really on to be trusted. Fuck that shit.
Well, he actually had Me Too allegations not too long ago.
Yeah, I'm sure he got a lot going on.
That's goofy as hell, man. That's it's like this. It is a liberal mind. That's why when everybody people try to come at hood conservative, but you are speaking against part of the black male mind fuck when it comes to black women and the whole thing with political leadership, power, or just following they fucking lead and just not having a patriarchal leader mind. It's like a lot of us is just raised in that shit and don't see nothing wrong. Like, I mean, I can't even imagine a white man worth $700 million talking about the need for white female leadership. That don't even exist.
That going now.
Yeah, we are seriously programmed in mind fuck. What'd you say, Rael?
I said, if anything, they're pushing white women out of the corporate arena. If anything,
yeah. Well, white women, they fought to get in, and they still fighting that fight. Go ahead, Ty City.
Yeah, so I think when people look into Ice Cube and what he put together, Kanye and a lot of these different people, I think what's going to come out is that they actually had their hand in a lot of this stuff. Cube has actually met up with the president and his team like 2 months ago. Kanye West as well. Like, a lot of this stuff just not coming out, but they've been working with the White House.
What you trying to say, Ty? Because the dude told me I never have dinner with the president.
Never ever.
No, that was a diss towards Eazy-E after he met with Reagan.
Yeah, man, it's a new ball game right now. Shit,
yeah.
Cube worth damn near 200 million. Dre worth a bill. Kanye worth a bill. Jay-Z worth a bill. Russell Simmons worth like 600 mil. I mean, like I said, it's damn near 5 billion.
So money changes all of that.
Hold on, wait. This is the other dynamic with this shit. What I found out when they had that list of 100 prominent black men begging Joe Biden to have a black female vice president, right?
Is that confirmed true?
Yeah. So at the top of the black prominent men, it's a split at the top as well. That's what I'm starting to see now. It's a split. Diddy and them on the left, and then you're gonna see Cube and them on the right. So I mean, it's going to be interesting.
Hold on, wait, real quick. I didn't quite get your answer. Was it confirmed true that those 100 alleged powerful black men.
I'll send you I'll send you to you, Bernard.
Yeah, send it to me because when I first heard about it, nobody had the receipts for it. Just people were talking about it.
A legit press run across the mainstream media like that was money put behind that and everything.
Wait, what was that?
So let's process that.
Wait, say what it is, Bernard.
100 rich and powerful black men got somebody potentially about to be the goddamn president right there sitting down talking to him, and that's what they come up with. We want a black female leader.
America's nobody came out and denied it yet. Nobody said that they didn't want to be on the list, or nobody spoke out against it.
God damn.
Think about the symbolism of that shit. All right, first of all, you got 100 black men coming together to make some political action happen, but black men don't have any power in this country.
Right.
People can't
because a lot of the black men want to hand the power over to other people.
And then hold on. Let me add to that by saying on the left, when you get 100 political black men together, that's the best y'all could do is Kamala Harris. Really? She just born black like last January. She been an Indian all up until like last January. Bro, they don't got a real black candidate, and this is what 100 black men came up with. You could have picked Stacey Abrams at least. We could at least made a name out of that. Vote for the tank, y'all. Ride the tank, y'all.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Come on,
that's
man.
why, yeah, that's man. Indigenous TV, thank you for that super chat. Appreciate that. He said we already covered this. But he says, why can't black people just reject the LGBT across the board? Why is it easy for other communities to do so? I'm not sure that the other communities are doing so because they ride with that shit too. But we danced around it. David Carroll was right. David Johnson in the building. He says black men shouldn't accept or help any group whose agenda doesn't personally serve us. Period. We're too nice to everybody else except ourselves, and we've been psychologically conditioned that way.
I wanted to say one more thing before I leave, right?
All
So also P. Diddy has started Our Black Political Party, which is like a whole new political party. They got a website and stuff. I'm gonna be going over that tonight as well. So I guess he putting his money where his mouth is, and they got this political party that they just sparked up. Now, remember, he was withholding the votes. In January, he said, don't vote. He was withholding the vote, right?
Oh, okay,
yeah. He said
we got to get out here and vote like 3 weeks before the election. Like, we got to do something, right? So it's funny as shit. You know, it's funny as shit when you sit down and think about it, like this dude just flip-flop, and now it's some emergency to avoid a race war. We got to get in there and vote. Meanwhile, it was like we withholding the votes. Like not even like 6 months ago. Like this shit, wow.
But
man.
don't forget when he made that statement, they gave Diddy a lot of heat because when he said that, he was possibly siding with Trump and the Republican Party. He got a lot of heat for that.
But that's what I'm trying to say. That was the move. You get in the paint and then you do the spin move, and now he's trying to dunk on us.
Yeah.
When you get a chance, Bernard, I think you should show that.
I'm on
show
it.
that
I'm
list,
on it.
man.
I'm on it. Trust me, I'm on it.
So I think, you know, people like Diddy, these people have taken so much campaign money over the years, and man, I just don't see it. I just don't see it, man. Like that. It's just not them, at least. At least get some other people. Like I don't know, the inconsistency with some of these people that's trying to force themselves into some kind of leadership position amongst blacks are just I'm not going.
All right, here it is. It said 100 black male leaders signed a statement for a black woman VP, and they actually got the list right there. I'm trying to blow it up, and we can see right there at the top of the list. Diddy.
I'm not surprised.
At the top, he number 2, right behind Diddy. Where he belong?
Ben Crump, the lawyer that loses every black lawsuit.
Yep. All sellouts, man.
Eric Dyson.
White men.
Eric Dyson.
We ought to be glad they actually self-identify who they are. We got to be glad.
Yeah. You know, you're right. You're right.
you know, the comedy niggas talk about
Timberland.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, listen, hip hop is over, bro. They've been captured. These are a bunch of names motherfuckers don't know, but I bet you they pull fucking levers in the background.
Al Harrington.
Well, that's unexpected.
Yeah, totally unexpected. Ty Dolla $ign. Oh my god.
Ty Dolla $ign. Oh.
Ty City, is that you?
Hey, the same guy talking about all these hoes. Oh, Nick Cannon.
There we go. Look at this nigga. Nick Cannon's hilarious. Cedric the entertainer.
Seti, really? Get the fuck out of here. That means Steve on here too somewhere.
Oh, you know, I'm surprised Steve wasn't the first name on the list.
Freddie Jackson.
Omar Epps.
Oh man.
Rock Me Tonight for Old Time Steak ass nigga.
Dougie Fresh.
Dougie Fresh.
Brandon Marshall.
Cam Chancellor.
Chancellor.
Oh my god.
Legion of Boom.
Yo, there's a nigga named Tuma.
Not Chuck Bone.
Yes. Oh man.
Nah, I don't even know what that is.
Whoa.
You don't.
Ray Muhammad. Ain't that the guy that busted the windows at the Chinese place, at the Chinese hair salon?
Really?
Nail shop.
Nah.
His name was Muhammad though. It'd be funny if that nigga was on the list and busted them windows at the nail place. That shit would have been funny. Okay, let's see.
I'm gonna have to do a video on this, man. Just so everybody can put a face to the name.
Was that Anthony Anderson I just saw?
I see JB Smooth.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy. Tell you, Hollywood needs to burn, bro. I'm glad these motherfuckers ain't making no money right now. That's the best thing about this.
The same dude who said his mom taught him how to eat box.
Yeah, I bet you.
Albie Shore, Van Jones.
He's still around?
Damn. Bakari Sellers, Bill
Bellamy. What? How to be a player, my man?
Listen, don't trust these gay niggas.
Hey, you know, hey, you know, a name that I'm kind of I want to hear what people want to say about Jay-Z's name not being on that list.
Oh, Jay-Z's down with it. He already sold out.
It says, no, this statement of solidarity is in response to more than 700 black women who signed a letter previously calling for a black woman vice president. Just like that goddamn commercial, the women went first, then the men followed. Goddamn.
Hold on. Just like I said in the very beginning with the fucking tweets in that book from the 1870s, they've been whipping you niggas in line for 100-something years. Stop taking the whipping, nigga.
Shit. Well,
so,
there it is. There it is. David Johnson back in the bill. I got that email, by the way, David Johnson. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but I'm gonna get you on here to argue with you about something. I'm gonna find something to argue with you about. David Johnson, he says, my bro Black Wolfing asked me to donate to have RBR. End of the discussion. Shazam, bitches, Shazam. RBR ain't nowhere near in the chat. The link ain't nowhere. The link ain't even. If he take the link, I might let him, because I'm about to wrap this bad boy up.
Hey, let me ask a question real quick, Bernard.
Go ahead.
Hey, to the panel, what do the panel members think is the biggest thing on the election right now? Like, I've heard people say democracy was on the ballot. I've heard people say that, you know, gay rights was on the ballot, and et cetera, et cetera. What does the panel think is the biggest thing on the ballot?
That's a good question.
I think the basics are still on the ballot for the majority of people. Like, we may have some fringe issues, like, you know, the LGBT stuff and all that, but I think it's going to be economics. Most people
I was about to say the same thing.
Most people want their money to keep flowing, and they want to feel like tomorrow I can make a little bit more money than I did today.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Like, it's about the money, man. Like, at the end of the day, man, when we look at things like slavery, man, we have to understand that, man, that shit was economics, plain and simple. Mm-hmm. Our labor, we were not allowed to benefit from the labor that we put out. So our issues are going to be primarily centered around economics. So we got an opening right now to put ourselves in a position to where we can build the institutions necessary economically. For example, Killer Mike just came out recently putting forth the bank that he's about to roll out in January of 2021. Now, this is a rapper. Now, so for all these people, because we have so many scholars, the Black community has more scholars than they need. This dude is making moves that's tangible, practical, and so that's what it's about. That's what we're tasked to do as men, is to build the institutions necessary that allow us to project our power outwardly, so we can get the things that we want that are critical to actually building a group up. Now, for a lot of men, that's a scary prospect, and there are a lot of men that's going to have to get over that. You know, I myself, I wasn't raised in a family that taught me how to do business and stuff like that. But at some point, somebody, if it's got to be somebody in your family that's going to have to break that cycle of dependency. For me, it was me. And so we have to understand that when somebody like Trump puts out $500 billion, not on some welfare type stuff, but on some stuff that really helps you build up your institutions, man, that's nothing to sneeze at. And so this idea that we're going to have some perfect politicians that we like, that we can work with, I'll never forget this black man told me years ago when I was younger. This was actually when Bush was in office. And he said to me, he said, look, he said, never think that your enemy can't put something out, can put something out that you can benefit from just because he's your enemy. And so for all these people that keep talking about, well, the Republicans this, the Republicans that, don't talk about the Republicans. If you've been voting Democrat your whole life, don't focus on what Republicans ain't did for you, because they ain't supposed to do shit for you. You ain't vote for them. That's not their job. You ain't on their side. But let's talk about the people you have been voting for. And if you've been voting for the Democrat Party for over 20 years and you still talking about what you ain't got, your issue is with Democrats, not with Republicans. Because Republicans got their own side, and they push their agenda for the people that support their party platform. If you support the Democratic platform and you ain't been getting shit your whole life, you need to take that up with them, because when they contacted Ice Cube, they told him basically, wait till after the election and we'll get back to you. Trump has some money on the table. So that's a start to me.
All right. Those are your last words. Shout out to Mike V. Wanted all the smoke. Now that the smoke is gone. Now that we putting out the fire. We about to get up off of here. Even though you wanted all the smoke earlier on in the program, we getting the fuck up out of here. So I'm gonna let Trey and the Hood Conservative get their last words in. Trey, you ain't said nothing in a while. You was Morgan Freeman in on us a little bit ago. So let's go ahead and fire off. Get your last closing statement, seeing if you got something you want to say on the way out the door. Trey. Mic check 1 2. Going once, going twice. All right. So we just about to go to the Hood Conservatives for closing statements, and we out of here.
Yeah, look, it's been a great panel. Thanks for having me come up. You know, I always appreciate when you let me come up and run my mouth.
Oh, wait, real quick, before everybody leave, y'all drop y'all links. Hood Servers, go ahead and drop your link. Trey, you can drop yours too if you're there. I don't even know if you're there. I'd be forgetting to tell people drop their links. I do want to help, because you closing in on 1,000, ain't you?
I should be at 1,000 within a day or so, because the way my numbers are moving, I should be going up in the next 24 to 48 hours. I'm like at 960, so yeah, it's hitting close.
So let's see if we can go and get you that extra 40. If somebody want to drop his link real quick during his closing statements. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, thanks a lot for having me come up. You know, I love getting a chance to come up on your platform and kick off my shoes and talk a bunch of shit. And, you know, we get crazy and all that. So I appreciate you letting me run wild and shit. And listen, I ain't even going to hold everybody up. I'm going to just say this. Fuck with the Trap House Republicans, man. These motherfuckers on the other side don't know what the fuck is up. They're going to have your kids out here in dresses and shit, man. Trap House Republicans, November 3rd, Trap House jumping out this bitch. We out of here.
All right. There go the link. I got the link right there in the chat. That's David Monroe's link right there. And we gonna call it. I'll put it in there a couple more times. Go sub to him if you ain't sub to him already. We out of here, y'all. Peace.